Ba, 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 ba. Now, who's that behind Mario over there? Luigi, you're not playable in this game, are you? Don't worry about it. Hey, welcome back to Mario Galaxy. This is a little anticlimactic, I'm sorry. It's a little embarrassing. I said last time was going to be the last stream before a break, but then we didn't finish the game 100%. Oh, we found those stars. That's what Nemesis was after this whole time. He just wanted the power stars so he could fly with Rosalina. Ooh. Man, I want fan art of that. Maybe that'll be the art prompt. The next art prompt. Draw Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 trying to find stars in a Mario game. Stars. But yeah, let's get into the game. We're like 13 stars from the end, so I want to wrap it up. This may be a shorter stream, but you know, better than leaving it for 1 to 2 weeks. Who knows? Not yet. Not yet. We're not going to the ending yet. That's later. I pressed the wrong button. Not pro yet. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody. How you doing? I keep forgetting I don't want to talk to Rosalina. Check this out. We're almost done. We got 1, 2, 3 out of all the places already locked down. Just a couple more. I guess we gotta go to the bedroom. I always gotta go to the bedroom. This is a sign. This is a sign that I stay up way too late. Practicing my Yu-Gi-Oh deck and watching friends' streams. To be fair though, friend streams are very addictive. I raided Brad last night, for those who didn't know. He was doing a world record attempt with a bunch of other people trying to get all 151 shiny Pokemon within 24 hours. I hope they did it. They seem to be on good track. Sioux Desert. I live in California. This is basically where I am. The desert. Went from starting the stream, went to end the stream. I told you it was gonna be a short one. Sun-baked sandcastle. That sounds delicious. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's baked. Ooh. Look, I played Mario Sunshine. This isn't gonna be nearly as hard as the sand bird, right? I think we'll be fine. Yes. Although it's funny, when I streamed Mario Sunshine, didn't I first try the sand bird? One of the most infamous levels in Mario Sunshine. I feel like, oh my god, look at these chickens! I love these things, they're pooping. Stop that, that's gross. Oh god, no! I was distracted by the chicken. We're off to a great start, aren't we? Wonderful. How's it going, everybody? Big Beef Stew, welcome on in. Sun-baked cake castle. Sounds delicious. Has anyone ever, like, seen in real life those pastries, those cakes that are like, uh-oh. That's what they do! They tempt you with the 1-up, and then immediately squish you if you don't move out of the way. It's a trap! Let's not go there. Let's not go there. For a moment, you didn't hear me say stream, so you just thought I said practicing Yu-Gi-Oh! And watching Friends. I mean, you know, you can watch Friends no matter what the year is. Oh, the show! Man, okay, yeah, okay. That's definitely 2006 vibes. I'm down to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! I never actually watched Friends when it came out. But, you know, it's one of those shows that everybody seems to know about, have watched. It was like popular or something, I don't know. But yeah, we're wrapping up the game today if you just came on in. At least we're trying to. Oh, crap. I remember how this goes. Yes, yes, yes! I had the forethought to get that one at least. Look at this. Oh, shoot. Go, go, go. This is fun. Like, you go up and down the castle, but you don't actually go. It's the castle that's moving up and down. Looking for the last nacho Dorito chip. Yeah. Colonel, I'm trying to find some Doritos. But can I get the Cool Ranch flavor? I like it better. Snake, that's sacrilegious. You know everybody else loves nacho cheese. Well, I'm different, Colonel. Never watched Friends either. Yeah, I never know what channel it was on. You know what? Because in the mid-2000s, what I was concerned with was watching anime. You know, give me that Yu-Gi-Oh! Give me the Pokemon anime. Give me One Piece. Just call me a big old weeb, but that's how it goes. Okay, this planet is expanding. Crap. Sand. I hate sand. Rough and coarse and it gets everywhere. I assume that means it's done. Oh, wait, no, it's shrinking. Hold on, I want to see what's inside this Wonder Ball. What's in a Wonder Ball? To this day, I wish that Kinder Surprise eggs were sold in the Americas. They have something similar. It's like a chocolate egg with 2 halves, but it's not the same thing. Ooh! Uh-oh. Gotta get the notes before we run out of time. Yeah, baby. Could this be a secret? I'll take it. Anime, manga on sketchy sites. Look, we're returning to those days, it feels like. A lot of the places I would acquire manga, it feels like these days, you never know what is being tracked, if you know what I mean. Hashtag not sponsored by NordVPN. I don't know what VPN is good these days. But why is it that VPNs keep getting so many advertisements? Like, not even just for privacy, but like advertising that you can watch Netflix in other countries or... Okay, I have to... Oh, I see what I gotta do. I gotta let a bullet bill chase me all the way down. Yeah, they're not coming back up. Can I make one... Can I get one to chase me from here?
Bullet bill! Hey! It's the Mario! Hey, you gabagoo! You want a piece of me? You goomba?
Da-da. Yeah, sketchy sites to read manga. I'm not saying anything specific. I don't know who's gonna get me on the internets for totally not piracy.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
I don't know. When it comes to attaining anime and manga, I prefer to, you know, have copies of the data. Because you never know when a site's gonna go down that has all your favorite manga on it. Hey, what the? Okay. I wanted to see what was going on with the drop boneses. But if the bullet bill had other plans, I guess I'll take the star. Did you see him just make a complete 180? They probably did that on purpose for this level so you don't get too frustrated trying to get the star. That's nice of them. A little too nice. Now, Pro Yet was never into anime when you were a kid. Only a couple years ago. It's fascinating to me. It feels like there's a big difference in expectations between people that grow up with anime and those that don't. Like, I don't even mean people who watched all the stuff coming straight out of Japan on the VHS tapes with the subtitles. I even mean just like people who grew up with Dragon Ball. People who grew up with Sailor Moon. I have a theory. Also, nice. I have a theory that... ow, thank you. Dylan, what's up? I have a theory that people who grew up with Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon are a little more tolerant of, like, anime dubs and things not 100% matching. Man, I don't want to get into this topic, but, like... Sometimes I see people arguing on the internet, and I know I shouldn't. I know for my mental health, I shouldn't look at it. But I'm like, what are you even arguing about, dude? There was a thing about Netflix changing the subtitles for JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean, where they made it more accurate to what the dub is instead of the subtitles for the Japanese audio. And like, there's arguments to be made of doing it either way. Like, for people that want to read what they see, read what they hear, it's less confusing. It's less of a mental dissonance. But people are getting upset that a line that was like, in 1492, Columbus found the Americas, was changed to, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Which is like a common phrase, at least to American school children. And people are getting so mad that like, well, I don't know the phrase, that means it sucks. That means the point of it is that people understand, I don't understand it, therefore it's worse. Like this, you can't be seriously arguing against like all the people like who are actually from America, and you know, JoJo Part 6 takes place in America, saying like, this is common to American school children. How does it not make sense to you that this is something the character would say? Like, it's a line, man! It's one line! Anyway, let's not get angry. Sub versus dub is stupid unless it inherently changes the show. And sometimes it changes for the better. Case in point, Ghost Stories. The quintessential example of the dubbers not giving a heck. And then the show becoming all the more interesting for it. Also, worst company, we're getting right into this extra stream. Oh, overtime! I'm getting Team Fortress 2 flashbacks. That overtime bug. Overtime! 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 Yeah! Miku got into other anime. No Dragon Ball, no Sailor Moon. Well, either way, I'm not up to date on anime. You'd think I'd watch more anime, but I pretty much only watched, like, what my friends showed to me. This is why it took me this long to get into One Piece. Oh, hey! Well, that's not fair! This is a Daredevil comic. What could I have done? Mario, please. Mario, please. Sprint6854, welcome on in. How you doing? Talking about friends showing me anime like Mr. Sprint. Hey, since I'm gonna be going on break soon from streaming, maybe I'll have time to watch more One Piece finally. And play Final Fantasy. It's gonna be great. Dub versus dub is exhausting. Like, it's an argument that goes nowhere. I just don't engage in it at all. Wait a minute! We got a raid from a forest dog. Coming on in from a forest log. I'm assuming since you're in the forest that you are adjacent or somewhere near some logs. How you doing, Kamui Kushi? Can we get a shout out for Kamui Kushi, forest dog YouTuber friend? How are you doing? Hey, that was easier than I thought it was gonna be. All I had to do was start singing and not pay attention. Welcome on in. How was Xenoblade? Oh, you started Xenoblade X? Since when? I always wanted to play that game, but I never had time. I have the collector's edition too, but it's like sitting on my shelf unopened. I forget what was out at the same time that distracted me from it. You know, the Wii U had some good games. Yeah, how you doing? Forest Dog Raid, Kamui, what's up? Blackjack Bajizzles, nice name, welcome. How's it going? We're talking about anime and how I don't watch it. Yeah, going good. I'm doing pretty good as well. I'm excited that I'm pretty soon going to be going on a little stream break, so I said that yesterday and then I didn't finish Mario Galaxy, so we're wrapping it up right now. This may be a short stream, so warning about that. We may be raiding very soon. How many stars do we have? Oh my gosh, we only have 9 left. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch because you never know. You never know. One of these stars could be like one of... Oh, that star that always took people like 3 hours as a kid. But welcome on in. Second stream today? Really? What were you playing earlier? Was it Persona 3 Portable? Y'all, Kamui Kushi likes to play the JRPGs. He was playing Persona 3 Portable, which is insane to me because he was also playing Persona 3 Fest before that. Alright, we're going to the bedroom. ManokAdobo 2022, quote me on that. Thanks for the pompadour, Dusk. Yeah. Truly an all-in stream. Yeah. I don't watch anime. I do watch anime, but I don't. It's just because I don't ever have time. It's like I'm only streaming or playing games or like hanging out with friends, and that like that's the only time I ever actually watch anime. That's when like I watch anime with friends. That's how I watch Spy Family, so that's like the newest hot thing. My friend was showing it to me while I was hanging out at his place. I'm watching One Piece with Sprint6864. He's the mod, he's in chat. But yeah. You got an anime because your friends kept talking about JoJo. Man, like, even JoJo Bizarre Adventure, I'd always been aware of it, because, you know, there was that fighting game in the 90s. But, for sure, I didn't actually watch it until the anime was already on part 3, and my friend was like, yeah, let's go catch up from beginning to end. Yeah. Hope you had a good time, Kamui. Welcome on in, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Chris. I play RPGs as well. And Nintendo games. We're mostly doing the latter than the former. Oh my god, why is this place so fiery hot? I don't remember the level starting like this. I just realized. Subconsciously dodging fiery heat of the sun. But yeah. You know, as far as RPGs go, I have never played a Xenoblade. That's one I want to stream. Personas I've played. And I definitely want to finish one on stream. I started Persona 4 at some point, then never got around to it. Watch anime, but no time. Yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, since I'm going on a stream break, I just finished Dragon Quest XI, so normally what I'd be doing is starting a new RPG. I was actually thinking something along the lines of Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, because that fills the quota. Both a Nintendo game and an RPG. But as of late, the problem has been I need to get some personal stuff done, and I haven't had time for it, so I'm gonna take a little break from streaming. And I've given the explanation countless times at this point, but you know, just so y'all know, we're wrapping up Mario Galaxy and that's our plan. Yeah. Kamui, has there been any anime you've been into lately? Have you been keeping up the Spy Family? Since you were starting P3, you swapped the portable. Oh, wait, so did you not finish Fez when you played it, Kamui? I was wondering about that, because I wasn't able to keep up. I haven't finished Persona 3 either, so I didn't want to get spoiled. So I know you were playing it, but then I didn't continue. Haven't been keeping up. Ah, you know my plight then. You know exactly my situational plea.
Ah, cold!
Mario gonna freeze his overalls off. And nobody wants to see what's under his overalls. Not after last time. Okay, I'm a little worried I'm missing something because there's torches over here. And I want to light them. But I don't have a fire flower. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to come back after I get one then. Mario jump, Mario jump, Mario jump. Ah! Yo, this room filled with the sea urchins. It's like how my dad describes when he grew up in the Philippines. When they'd go to the beach because my dad grew up kind of poor and there was nothing else to do. They would just like play with the local sea wildlife. Because, you know, he couldn't afford like water guns and actual pool toys and whatever for the beach. So, you know, he'd talk about how like the sea urchins would follow him, so he'd do a little game of just stay just out of reach of the urchins so you don't step on them. And then also how he'd take sea cucumbers and like play with his brothers. Like a sea cucumber can be an impromptu water gun. Just it's not water. It is the sea cucumber's innards. That's kind of gross. But he was a kid, he didn't know that. He thought it was just weird water. Kamui finished Fez, but not on stream. Aw. Well, I'm glad that you're playing Portable then. Because, you know, with a female main character, the story actually gets quite different, as you know. And it's something I want to do. But first, I gotta finish the main story. This is cutting it close. Haha! You hope they do remasters. Oh, fired! They include the answer. Yeah, especially because it's canon. I heard a lot of people don't particularly like the answer, but here we go. Got the fire flower. Let's go. More for gameplay reasons than story reasons, I think. I don't know. I need context. Gotta be careful. Let's go! That's one way to get up here. All part of my keikaku. Absolutely intentional, I kid you not. You like Junpei's social link. The fact that... I miss that about Persona 3, actually. Like, if you've only played 4 and 5, you take it for granted that your party members have social links. But that's not how it was in P3. I kind of like it that way. Like, it not being guaranteed. Because, yeah, it serves the gameplay that your party members have social links and you can evolve them for better battle ability. In my opinion, like, that cuts a lot of story potential for them. Because in original Persona 3, your party members weren't guaranteed to have social links. But then because of that, their stories, like, were paced alongside the main story. And that was really cool. But in Persona 4 and 5, it's like... now your party members are like every other social link in that they have self-contained stories that have nothing to do with the main plot. Or maybe they did start out related to the plot and it's all about dealing with how they grew and learned from it. Which is a little better, I think. But, yeah, it's just different ways to tell their stories, and I miss the way 3 did it. Question, Kamikushi. Because Junpei is a party member and had main plot story, but also has a social link, does that... how do I ask this question without spoiling myself? Does his social link have a lot to do with the story? Because I'd be very interested, actually. Or maybe you haven't, like, gotten all that way yet. I'm not sure if you played it yet or not, Kamikushi. Made a lot of sense for Persona 3. Because they were a team that came together independent of the friendships. Yeah! And I think they tried to kind of force that. Not force it, but write it into the story with 4 and 5. You know, the investigation team and the Phantom Thieves. But it was a lot more believable in 3. Like, getting woken up in the middle of the night just to do Persona stuff. Yo, wake up, Junpei, it's 3 AM, we're doing Persona stuff. Da, da, da. I'm sorry, it's 13 AM. 13 AM. The dark hour. Scribbles, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to talking about anime and Persona time. This is the time I've dedicated as we are wrapping up Mario Galaxy, and I'm a little concerned with how fast I'm doing it now. Because I intended for this to be a whole other bonus stream, just in case. Because we're not done with Mario Galaxy. We almost have 120 stars. You know what? It's fine if I get 120 before like an hour. Because that means we get some bonus time to play with a certain other character, huh? You wish the social links were closer to that. Yeah. I'm missing some messages. Hold on. Beef Stew says, there are definitely balancing issues in the answer. A lot of enemies way too powerful. So it is what I had read online. It's mostly like because of gameplay issues. It's interesting. I feel like they might have been trying to do what Dragon Quest XI did, actually. And without going too much into that, it's interesting to me. Dragon Quest XI's post-game, all I'll say is it like assumes that you are an RPG hardcore fan. And like, the level scaling is a lot more harsh. And I think that makes sense for a post-game. And that's all I'll really say about it. Without saying too many spoilerinos. Yup. Cryo Plum, welcome on in. Nice return stream, Miss Plum. It was a very nice one. You and your Elden Ring adventures. I had to lurk at some point, but it was nice seeing you back again. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I did this earlier. I need to not take the alternate path that I took. I need to remember what I didn't do. Oh yeah, I remember now. It's the area with like the shrinking planet. Bubba Ivy, welcome on in. Am I asking if the social link is independent of the story? Yeah, that's what I was asking. The social link with the female main character is more about his personal life at home. Okay. So it is independent of the story, but I think that's okay because I'm assuming that most of the stuff that happens with Junpei is still the same. It's hard to make that assumption because I've heard that there are some pretty major differences between main character and female main character. Alright, I'm missing the star chip. Where are you, Mr. Dorito Chip? Sprint's trying to make all recipes and quests before Act 2. Godspeed, Sprint. I saw you install that mod that was like, yes, get your rare items faster because ain't nobody got time for that in Dragon Quest XI. Love Dragon Quest XI's post-game, but yeah, side content is basically mandatory. Yeah. I've told people this. It's basically more game. It's hard to say it's a post-game. And you know what? There's a post-game. Dragon Quest XI, it's so long, there's a post game. Like, yeah, when I played Persona 4, it took like 90 hours. When I played Persona 5, it took like 100-something hours. When I played Dragon Quest XI, on stream, it took like 130 hours. So hour-wise, it's not that much longer than how I play the Personas. But content-wise, like, Persona is that long because you spend a lot of time managing your time and maybe redoing stuff because you realized, oh, if I had just hung out with this person on this day, I could have done that. At least that's me. That's how I play Persona. But Dragon Quest is literally all plot. It's just all content. And that's super awesome to me. That's just so much value. And can you believe that it's only like $20 now? The game, brand new. Buy it on your favorite online retailer of choice. How far along am I with Persona 3? The farthest I've got with P3. Last time I played it. See, the thing is, I streamed it at one point, but then I didn't get as far as the last time I played it before that. I need to remember when that was. I remember... I definitely got to... Oh, I remember now. It's when you first get Fukua. Fuka? What's her... How do you spell your name? The new navigator. The enemy! Yeah. And I swear I didn't quit because of her. It just happened to be like, well... I think at that point I started streaming and I'm like, if I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna do it on stream. And then it never happened. Fuka, yeah. Sinister Draws, we're talking to Persona 3, yeah. We got raided by Kamui Kushi earlier, who has been playing both Xenoblade Chronicles X and Persona 3 Portable. I have to bait this guy. Die! No, you don't. No, you don't. Come on, you overgrown needle. I'm from California. I know what cacti look like. These balls. Okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Then down here? Whoa! Oh, you just leave, I guess. Yippee! Baby, 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 down. Down, down, down. I want a mod of Persona 3 that changes the battle music with me singing. Da-da-da! It's a way to get both the gotta be, don't be enemy, you better meet. Mom covers all society. Damn right, mom's not here, gonna fight. Alright, right here, shuttle clock, 10 o'clock direction. Seize the moment, destroy the nation. How did I beat these pokies? Hold on, I'll figure it out. That's not it. That's not it at all. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to take these coconuts and then somehow... Yo, okay. Okay. We're doing some import. Mario's gonna charge all associated fees to the Pokey. I'm sorry, Mario, did you pay the terrace on those coconuts? That's clever. I'm surprised that the game doesn't do this more often. Like, they have the whole planet gimmick. Why isn't this more of a thing? Die. Ha ha ha! Poke this. Poke the cow? I'd rather not yell at Pikachu. Happy cows come from California. I wouldn't want to make them mad. Boom, boom. Speaking of Dragon Quest, Scribbles was playing Dragon Quest 2, got near the end, loaded up your game, and your file was missing. What? Whoa, 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 what's going on? Oh, okay. I'm not inside. Oh, I see. Good job, Nintendo. Oh, no. My brain. I don't know if I can physically handle this. I'm gonna be sick. Persona 3, Golden Manok. Go for some coconuts, maybe some coconut water. Sounds good to me. I love coconut water. My parents always used to buy it, and it would always be like in the fridge at home. Like I could always count on there being like an entire carton of it. And now I miss that. I need to go buy coconut water of my own accord now. Committing planicide. No, I swear. They deserved it. No. Up, up, up. Uh-oh. We're going. We're going. Drink 2 liters of coconut water a day, combined with your egg whites and rice. I mean, Sprint, you make it sound tasty. I mean, egg whites and rice and coconut water is tasty. Well, you know, I'm willing to join you. I'm willing to join you on the escapade. I'm sorry about that save file, Scribbles. Like, especially at the end of Dragon Quest 2. What happened there? Oh, were you playing the Switch version? The new one that's, like, based on the mobile? Yeah, if you were relying on just, like, the quick save, like, there's an autosave, but I don't trust it, because it goes away if you close the game. I think, something like that. I never liked it. I always save on top of that. You're playing a Super Famicom version? What? Ooh, maybe it's a bug with the translation patch if you're using one. Either way, well, you get to play it again, I guess. I'm sorry. That's just insult to injury. Thing that didn't age well with Dragon Quest 2 is the dungeons. Yeah, I feel that. Specifically, the last dungeon of the game is designed... I don't know, like, I've heard stories that they were rushed in development and they didn't have time to test the end of the game. You know, I had to make it 69. But, like, it's designed so that you fall down the floor for a bunch of hidden... There's an entire floor of a dungeon where it's nothing but hidden trapdoors. And if you fall down one, you go all the way down to the bottom and have to go through the entire dungeon again. And you repeat this again and again and again, and I hope you mapped down on like a piece of paper where you fell down already, or else you're going to keep falling down again and again and again. And if you look it up, if you do like a map online first, you're going to be underleveled for the final part of the game, because they assume that you spend like a week in real time there. Double saving the way to go. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Blade Vancer's back, cooking some pasta. Took longer than you expected. I hope it's al dente. Hope you didn't overcook it by accident. What kind of sauce do you put on pasta? I asked this yesterday, but like... I asked what everyone's favorite pasta is. Like whether it's the sauce or even just like the shape. It's wild to me that there's so many different shapes of pasta. Like, why? Is there a functional reason? Did like the chefs of Italy way back when come up with like, if I make it like a corkscrew shape, it holds the sauce better. Oh, but if I make it like a bow tie shape, it looks so fancy. And then you got like ravioli, which is a whole nother bag. It's like literally a bag of cheese. Yeah. Remembering how much you love Sea Slide. I like this level. It's got like variety to it, even though it's a big donut. I swam until my flippers couldn't flap anymore, but I didn't see a silver star anywhere. I'll look out for you, Mr. Penguin. You'll have to change the direction you're looking in. Oh. How? I don't remember. Did this game used to have camera control even on the Wii version? Did you like press the D-pad? Games with camera control were so awkward on the Wii. Because like you usually have to use the D-pad, which means you'd have to reach over the A button. No. Chicken Alfredo. Might be your favorite galaxy. I feel like my favorite galaxy is... I mean, this is a really good one. I like the ones with a lot of variety. Whatever that means, I can't tell you right now. Even though I just played the entirety of Super Mario Galaxy, you'd think I'd know. You know, a lot of people don't like water levels in games, but something about Mario Galaxy is pretty good. Pretty good, I think. Come on, get on top. Thank you. Fly like an eagle into the sea. Yes, camera control, but terrible control. So it was the D-pad, huh? Or you held a button and the camera might follow the pointer? If anything, I feel like that might be better. Storm, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're having a good fried egg. We're going on a little bonus stream today because I didn't finish this game. But that's neither here nor there. Hope you're doing well. Asking what kind of pasta is your favorite. Like, do you mean just the pasta or the whole dang dish? I'm asking both questions. People don't, at least from what I heard, people in the Western countries, well, Italy is also a Western country. People I know in America don't really think about the shape of the pasta. They're like, get whatever is cheap. At least the people I know. Ooh, there's one over there. Oh, look at that. I have to pay a dude. I gotta pay the Luma. I remember this level now. I feel like I have memories of scrounging all across for enough star bits to feed this fella.
Hey, you! Got any tasty star bits? If you feed me a bunch of star bits, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform. I'm famished. I need 40 star bits to curb the hunger pangs.
Oh, well, wouldn't you know it? I have enough. That's enough. I'm cutting you off.
That's it. I'm stuffed. Here we go. Transform.
Maybe I shouldn't have given Aluma a British accent when he literally says I'm stuffed. That means a different thing. In British slang. You like pasta spirals? Ooh, fusilli. You know, it's an underrated pasta. I don't see it too often. Anytime you go to a restaurant in the US, it's just like literally, yeah, this is spaghetti. There's other types of pasta. No, there ain't. Impossible. I feel like I've done this already. I feel like I've done this level already. Or this area. Either way, though, it's a fun little time. Boop, 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 boop. Well, there's so much. Chicken carbonara. Basically chicken Alfredo with bacon. Heck yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it all. I talked about how my favorite was creamy pasta. Okay. So, actual question. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Blade Mancer, what kind of pasta do you make? Dun, 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 dun. But I got that one already. Uh-oh. Whoops. I don't know if there's any way to leave. Ah, crap. Well, I got a star at least. Water levels are super down with. This one, aquarium park. Any pasta is fine as long as it's loaded with cheese. Storm, you and I have the same taste buds. It's the Chris hive mind. Dribbles likes ravioli, shell pasta. Penne and fusilli. Not at all chicken alfredo with bacon. Well, I guess that means I've never actually had chicken carbonara. At least, not any good ones. Dylan likes a good pasta. One of your go-to is penne alla vodka. Ooh. Do you make it yourself? Or is there a place you go for it? Also enough of a simple man that spaghetti or linguine with meatballs or meat sauce and topped with Parmesan is enough. One of these days, I want to go to Italy and then have like something really simple. Just like spaghetti and meatballs. I don't even know if they actually serve spaghetti and meatballs in Italy. Or like, just a really simple like bolognese, you know? Because I wonder how different it really is than anything I've ever tried before. Carbonara is an egg-based sauce. Egg. I'm embarrassed now. I've done eggs a disservice. Spaghetti and meatballs, true Mario classic. Any long noodle you can slurp up. Gel pasta is just open-faced ravioli. True, if you actually put stuff in it, yeah. I wanted to pivot this conversation into something about Mario. Kamui's gonna lurk. Got a little sort some lunch out. I think I've made you hungry. That's understandable. That's what happens. Have a good lunch, Kamui, and I'll see you around. Y'all, go check out Kamui Kushi if you haven't. For some RPG goodness, especially while I'm on break. Egg? Oh yeah, egg! That's what I was gonna talk about. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Egg. Carbonara with Yoshi eggs? I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. Just be careful that they're not the ones that are just filled with Shy Guys after Yoshi eats an enemy. Oh, look, there's the shark orca dude. Okay, I think I can actually believe that Toad now. The one that said he searched all around the ocean floor and didn't find a single star. Just checking. Just checking. Assuming I'm still streaming. We'll see. It's gonna be a short one today, probably. What would a Goomba taste like? Well, they are based on chestnuts, aren't they? That's an interesting question. I wonder if they, like, if you can crack one open and it's got, like, nut flesh. Maybe that's not a word I should be saying. Nut flesh. Carbonara pasta is basically egg, bacon, cheese sandwich. But the ingredients are prepared different. I mean, if you want to get chemical about it, pretty much all food is the same ingredients, just, you know, a different permutation of amino acids and other digestible compounds. Let's go. Every day we get closer to the Jetsons food future, where they have like the little pills that taste like full meals. If that ever became a thing, and like you actually somehow got the full satisfaction of eating that, I'd be down. Like, I'm sure, absolutely, there'll still be a market for real restaurants with real food. But like, if you really have no time for food and you just need your nutrition and could somehow get it in a condensed pill form. I mean, people drink protein shakes. Everything is just quarks. There you go. Up, down, diagonal. Miku took a nap, woke up for a Manoka stream, now much no food. What are you eating, Miku? Egg. I guess that answers my question. I was gonna talk about egg. Y'all know the streamer Maximilian dude? Likes, whoa. Likes Resident Evil games, likes fighting games. I saw a clip of him. He was playing the beginning of Resident Evil 4. I know there's some star somewhere up here. And he was playing the beginning where, you know, you don't have that many weapons, you don't have that many items. And then the zombie, not zombies, are coming at him like, all right, I'm prepared for you. I got a grenade. And then he looks at his equipped weapon. It's not a grenade, it's an egg. He has literally no weapons other than the egg. So what does he do? He throws the egg at the enemy because he can do nothing else. And then the enemy catches fire. Whoa! Never underestimate an egg. Where am I? Okay, I almost died. That was scary. Never underestimate the egg. You only know Christian dude. Now wait a minute. I know this.
This ought to take you to the captain in one shot. Pow!
Look at all this cast of characters down here.
We honeybees can ride clouds.
Cloud Strife?
Pretty sure I saw something way, way up on top of that palm tree.
Wait a minute, I want to talk to the shark orca. What's consensus? Do you guys think he's a shark or is he an orca?
I checked around, but there's nothing between here and the lighthouse. Ain't nothing between here and the lighthouse.
RE4 has some strange interactions. I'll be interested to see how faithful the RE4 remake is. Oh my god, water! Is that how water works? I guess. Whee! It's Futurama, we're going up the tube. Miku is eating chips and green chili sauce. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. I do like me some chili sauce. You just reminded me that I have guacamole in my fridge and I never actually ate it. I was gonna eat it with some chips, but then I ate the chips by themselves. Oops. I should probably get on that. Orca? You think he's an orca? I'm still saying orca, even though he called himself a fish. He's just being like... just being ironic about it.
Water. Water!
Maybe he is a fish. Thanks for the water. Storm loves RE4 because you can just stuff Ashley in a suit of armor in New Game Plus. Yeah, I loved all the stuff you could do for new runs. Like, you could get the Chicago typewriter, which is literally just a Tommy gun. The gangster outfit, we always called it the Britney Spears outfit for Ashley. Penguru's place. It was just fun. Super fun. It takes a lot to make me play any other version of RE4 than the Wii one, because the aiming feels so nice. Who's that Mario Mom? What's going on? Mama Luigi! Freed Willy or Enigmatic Shark Boy? I'm saying Freed Willy. I'm voting in the poll.
There's all kinds of hubbub in the sea slide. What's going on?
They're looking for stars. Stars! I'm a member of Stars. I already made that joke today. Is this an upside down ice cream cone? Kind of is. Imagine if the toad uppercutted me to the captain.
This is a one-way ticket to the captain. Ah!
That's why Toad was not actually in... that's why they put Donkey Kong in the Punch-Out on Wii instead of Toad. Toad would have just killed you. One punch and then you're knocked out of the ring. Knockout! Literally. Alright, I need the B power up. What's the rules in boxing if you leave the ring? Is it just automatically disqualified? It is, right? Because it's not like wrestling where like you're supposed to stay in, but nobody cares if you do. The outside of the ring is just as much of an arena as the inside. If that's the case, why even have a ring? So, like, is it against the rules of boxing to forcibly throw your opponent out of the ring? I'd imagine it is. But what if you just punched so hard that your opponent got knocked out of the ring? Like, what would that ruling be? Well, how would that count? I guess it's just never happened before. Boxers need to step it up. Can't even knock your opponent out of the ring anime style. Shake my SMH my head. Toad is like a shark. He doesn't just punch you, he literally removes chunks of your body as he hits you. Wow, that's morbid. But I understand. I understand the concept. Eh. Eh. Wonderful. I'm still missing one. Oh, wait. I never took the shot to the captain. I just went into the water spout like an itsy bitsy spider. And then up and down and around goes the rain. And then Mario completely forgot where he was going. Huh? Proper lifting and throwing your opponent is illegal, I'd imagine. Upon further thought, the Punch-Out universe is the same that Aaron frickin' Ryan has. So, oh yeah, they'd probably just accept it. Alright, I want to see a Punch-Out game where... Oh, wait, the captain's over here. I thought he was on top of the mushroom ship. Okay. I want to see a Punch-Out game where... like, fighting takes place outside of the ring. Maybe the boxers automatically, like, move left and right. So it still mostly controls, like, classic Punch-Out. But then also there's an aspect of, like, depending on whether you're close to the ropes or in the middle of the ring, you get different options. Like, pressure them so that they're pushed up against the ring, up against the ropes. Yeah, come back here. You're not done yet, Cloud. The Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't even having part 2 yet. Rules are merely a suggestion when it comes to Punch-Out universe. Some boxers have literally punched their opponent out of the ring. Oh, really? It counts as a knockout. Okay. Like, even if they're still conscious? I'm assuming in the past it probably only ever happened because maybe the opponent was on the verge of getting knocked unconscious, and then one punch and they're like, oh, and they fall outside the ring, like over the ropes. Maybe. Be interesting to see, like, if there's archival footage and everything about that. Wait, I need to go to the mushroom ship. Where is it? Camera, please. Camera, please. Chibi Gamer, what's up? Sorry you're late? Don't be sorry. Alright. Viewers are never early, nor are they late. They arrive precisely when they mean to. What I need to figure out is how to get up there. Oh, wait. They also said there was something on top of here. Lost track of time watching anime. We were just talking about anime. What were you watching? That reminds me, I'm an episode behind on Spy Family, so I gotta go check it out. Oh, you're not... Are you not a collectible shell? I need you. I see a treasure chest back here. Sprint just realized he's behind on crafting in Dragon Quest. He still have all the accessories to do. Oop. Knocking an opponent out of the ring seems cruel because the dude on the receiving end has been torn apart. Yeah, I mean, if you get knocked out of the ring, maybe that's just automatic loss. Like, if you let it happen to you, clearly you are out of your league, and you need to stop before you hurt yourself. Just to make sure the boxer doesn't get killed. Lucky boy, welcome. How long am I planning to be on hiatus? Well, you know, not sure yet. 1 to 2 weeks, let's just say. And I'll keep you guys posted on the Discord. and on the Twitter, if anything. That's where I usually post my stream update news. Alright, this blaster does not go up to the mushroom ship, so what does? I'm betting it's gotta be. Alright, I don't need the bee suit for this. It's gotta be in the treasure chest. The treasure chest is the key. The music in this level is so fun. I like it. You know what I just realized about Mario Galaxy? It's different from other Mario games in the sense that the music for every level is completely different. Okay, it's not this treasure chest. Great. Wonderful. Maybe I can make it up to this tower. In a lot of the other Mario games, they take one theme as the main theme and remix it a million times, which is totally fine to do. And I just expect it as a Mario thing, but it's wild to me that I never noticed Galaxy doesn't. You know, think about Super Mario Land 2, it goes da 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 ba da 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 for like all the levels. Mario 64, everything is da 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 da. Or maybe the slightly different da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. All right, I'm a little stumped here. Anybody have a little? I'm raising the flag. Does anybody have any idea how to get to the mushroom ship? I see it over there. I had paid that Luma earlier because I thought the Luma would take me to the mushroom ship, but no, he took me to that little mini-game planet up there, and then I had to end. You're not supposed to be lingering on ropes that long. Oh, well... yeah, that should disqualify them too. What am I doing? There's a freaking cannon over here! Why have I never used the cannon? Okay, never mind, we're good. Imagine if I totally whiffed. Whoop. Whoop. Not me extending the last stream for a while. It's all just padding. Just call me Dragon Quest XI, except it's not actually padding. Worst Company's gonna play some Psychonauts? Yeah, get those brains. Then finally I won't hear so much whistling between my ears. I can't wait to play Psychonauts 2. I say, and then I don't actually play it. Alright, here's the plan when I come back. If there's no, like, strong opinions about it, I think I am gonna start playing Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2. And then, as far as platformer game, I'm gonna play Psychonauts 2. I am long overdue. And also, wait. I got the star. Where'd the star go? Is that the beginning? Yeah, it is. Let's go! I was considering using the cannon to launch myself over here, but it doesn't go that way. But it would have been really funny if I tried to go for the star and then whiffed. Wondering if I noticed the cannon. For some reason, I thought it was the little outcropping that had the Luma on it. I'm like, oh yeah, the Luma just takes me to the thing. Let's go. You found it. Yes, I did. Yup. Da ba da ba da. Ba ba ba. Well, I see what you mean, Blade. Modern boxing is... yeah, that's true. It's focused more on keeping the fighters safe. Because, yeah, that's true. Original boxing didn't have gloves. Like, the gloves are there to protect you so that you don't actually, like, punch each other to the point where you're bleeding all the time. Maybe sometimes, but not all the time. Like, how can you safely force your opponent to be unconscious? Man, like, the concept of boxing is sometimes... I don't know. Is that safe, like, purposefully making yourself unconscious? I don't know about that. Wait a minute! Head gloves cause a huge influx of brain damage. More force behind a box glove. But I guess I'm assuming the counter argument is like that's better than outright like making them bleed and fracturing their skull. Maybe. I don't know. I think boxing is just not safe in general, even though it looks like it is. Let's go to the engine room. Also, Origination, thank you for the raid. Can we get a shout out? Yeah, I know, Dylan. Oh, that's true. I guess I should stream that at least. I actually have played Psychonauts VR Rhombus of Ruin. I was saving it for stream at one point, and then I decided to just play it because I didn't know when I was ever gonna get to stream it. But I should actually stream it. Rhombus of Ruin. How was it, Ori? I know you were doing some art. I was lurking a little bit, but I couldn't quite catch what you were drawing because every time I looked at it, you were zoomed in, and I couldn't tell what it was. But how's it going? This is the garden. How's it going, everybody? Ori, Guts and Glory. Tell me what game category you were streaming to today. And like Bill with the weather, please take it away. It's June 3rd, 2022. And you can't believe it. It's a Friday once again. Oh yeah, freestyling, Soul Sapphire, welcome on in. Origination, welcome on in. Everybody, how you doing? How's life? How's the universe? How's everything? Gold Leaf Galaxy, let's find the secret star. Also, Zafiro, welcome on in. Can you believe it? I couldn't even perceive it. We're playing some more Galaxy, even though I lied to thee that I wouldn't be streaming today. But it is true for you and me. We're wrapping up the stars. We're almost there, actually. We've got like 5 stars to go until we complete it. I'm starting to run out of stars. It's to the point where like the game, I just have to wait until the game gives me more prankster comments because I think that's most of what's missing. And hidden stars too. So, you know, we're having a good little time. How are y'all doing? How was the art? What were you drawing, Origination? You're working PinkTuber avatar for Shadowy Jack. Oh! So, what does Shadowy Jack's avatar look like? Is it literally Jack from Jak and Daxter? I'm wondering. Or is it like the Dark Jak from Jak 2? Because that's cool. Jak 2 was the first Jak and Daxter game I played, and like, even though I had played the demo of 1, I was so confused when I played 2 because like this doesn't seem like it plays like 1 at all. The guy talks and there's like cars. Maybe I was playing Jak 3, I don't remember. Yeah, well, welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's an original design. Ah, I get it. Looks like you're gonna be getting that artist badge then on Shadowy Jack's channel. Hope you made some good progress, and welcome on in, everybody. I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself today. Oh, it's one of these. Bumble. Bell. Oh. A little music, everybody. Survivor, also, thank you for the resub. Welcome back to the Chicken Coop. Grab a nice, get comfy. Enjoy the emotes. How are you doing? Over a year. That is crazy. Man, it doesn't even feel like it's been that long. I appreciate it. That y'all enjoy my streams and are willing to show support. Never necessary, but definitely something I will use to better the stream. Thanks for throwing $5 at my face. After Amazon takes their half, I'm gonna spend it on video games, I promise. And before you rated in, we were talking about boxing and how it's kind of a horrific sport. Like, it's never a good thing to willingly be put unconscious, like, through concussions and damage. So, how people can continuously fight, train, box, and not, like, walk away with permanent damage, I'll never know. I mean, they do walk away with permanent damage, that's the problem. Like, boxing gloves are weird. They're not necessarily to reduce damage, they actually increase it. Oh, so maybe people end faster before they hurt themselves? Maybe that's the thing? Gloves are weighted, padding dissipates the damage. Red Knuckle will repeat the shreds. Yeah. I can only imagine what rules may have existed in early boxing, or maybe even still exist. Where like, hey, you, don't poke somebody's eye out when you punch them. I shouldn't have to say it, but that's illegal. I can pay the Luma for prankster comments as number 5. Wait, which Luma? Oh, wait. You're right. I forgot about that. Oh, you know what? Yeah. That Luma at the beginning, right? I completely forgot about that one. Thanks for reminding me. Haha. Look at that pro strat. The sub alert's amazing. Thank you. I made it myself. Based on one of my favorite games of all time, Earthbound. You know, I actually got it by... I actually made it by taking screenshots I've made. Well, there you go. There's another. If you want to see it again. Taking screenshots of Earthbound and, you know, animating it by hand in Adobe After Effects. Iron Merlin, also thank you for the raid. Vin, what crazy shenanigans were you up to tonight? You don't know Iron Merlin. Known him for a long time on Twitch. Insane Kingdom Hearts challenge runner. Met up with him at TwitchCon, the last and only time I was able to go. Man, if we had known TwitchCon 2019 was going to be the last one for a while. Supposedly there's one happening this year, but we'll see. I may have to go to a wedding this year, so I need to make sure that doesn't overlap. Crazy Merlin raid, I would have it no other way. How's it going? Hope you are doing well. Hope it was doing good. Everybody go check Vin out. And also, you know, happy Friday, everybody. We're playing some Mario Galaxy, 100%ing it, or at the very least, 50%ing it, if you know what that entails. And I wasn't going to stream today. Why can I not? Can you not? Wait, can you not break question blocks as a bee? I sneezed. Ugh. Bless me. Oh! Finish your run of Ven's story. Oh, so you're continuing with that, not 358 over 2. Birth by Sleep, huh? Well, hope it was a good one. Hope you had a productive run. Not stuff like being stuck on Icy Wolf for an entire stream. You know, nothing like that. Yeah, randomly we were talking about boxing earlier. I guess because I've been playing Punch-Out, and a lot of people have been playing Punch-Out. It's one of my favorite games that I never get to talk about because it's not that popular, but heck, I'm glad it at least got a Wii game. You want a good example of you want fights to end soon? Look at Mike Tyson. Oh yeah, wasn't his boxing style like he was a blitz fighter or something? Like he got all of his punches and knockouts fast. The man does have some mental damage from fighting, but he can still function. Other boxers from his time are either dead or have severe damage. Ugh. Towel guy or coach is responsible for throwing in the towel. Dang, we're done. Got it. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know if I like boxing anymore. I barely ever did. It's just the fact that, you know, my parents got really into it when Manny Pacquiao was popular. Like, I've seen interviews of Manny Pacquiao, because they're just playing on, like, the Filipino channel. Talking about how, like, how did you get into fighting? Well, I grew up on the streets. I literally had to fight to survive. So, you know, there's that. Chicken pox? No, no, no. It's not chicken pox, I swear. All that's left is Aqua. Ooh. Vin, what's your favorite story in Birth by Sleep? Like, I'm sure there's a suggested order for playing them, but which one is your favorite? Which one are you always, like, super excited to play, maybe? Or, like, has your favorite fights or worlds or whatever? No getting sick. I'm fine. I scratched my nose weird, and then I'm like, whoa.
That's true.
Origination says, growing up in Guam, everyone naturally root for Manny. Ooh. Well, I like it. I like it. Wonder what he's doing these days. Just living up the life off of the money he's made. I don't even know if he's actually made money boxing. Maybe like, I hope it's not one of those cases where he got exploited for money and like he doesn't actually see that much of it. I hope not. ManokAdobo. I've been told I look like Manny Pacquiao. That's mostly because when I visited Mexico during a cruise, everyone at the stores were like, all the shop stalls were trying to get me to go in. They're like, hey, Manny Pacquiao, yo, come in and see my wares, they're really good. I'm like, oh, okay. Origination, also, thank you for the sub. Welcome back to the chicken coop. Grab an S, get comfy. Enjoy the emotes, grab an S, get comfy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Man, you know what's gonna happen when I come back from break? A lot of people who would have like subbed during that time are going to sub all at once. And I think that's what's happened. Anytime I go on break, suddenly everyone's subs start to synchronize, because then they have to sub at the same time from then on. And then every now and then I'm just bombarded with them. It's a lot. And I'm just wilded. I'm wilded by how y'all choose to spend your money on a chicken of all things. I appreciate it. I will spend it wisely. Ori will be going on hiatus for a bit as well. Ooh. Are you gonna be using that time to make stuff for stream or just getting some rest?
Look, I got some purple coins for you.
Thank you, Toad. At least somebody's doing work. It's more coins than Luigi got me stars. Just saying. Well, for sure then. Hope you get some good rest, Ori. And if you do come back and continue some Chrono Trigger, y'all, I was watching Origination play some Chrono Trigger, which is my other favorite RPG of all time. And I'm gonna show you something. Let me find the picture. Iron Merlin says, you like all of them, but Aqua's is by far your favorite. Ooh, I've heard good things about Aqua. Interactions, huh? Nice story, nice story. Alright, I'm gonna have to download the picture real quick. Google Photos used to let you synchronize pictures to a folder. So like, I could always open the folder and say like, here, look at this picture I took. Now I have to go to the Google Photos website and download it. It's an extra step, but it's annoying. If y'all have never seen Chrono Trigger, one of my favorite characters is... Dun, 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 dun! The professor from Pokemon Scarlet Violet. No. Isla from 65 million billion BC, paired with a meat. I got these keychains from an anime convention in the before times. It's cool because they're all paired up. Like, you got Chrono and Marl, you got Robo and Luca, you got Isla and Meat. There's a reason for that. It's because the character, well, yeah, they ended up not knowing who to pair Isla with, because like, these pairs make sense. Like, there's the first two that meet. It's a popular ship. Luca fixed Robo, so they're together, and then Isla's got meat. You love her piece of meat. It's not a hammer, but like, she has a club, and then there's also a piece of meat. I see how it looks like a hammer, though. Sick keychains. That's what I always buy when I go to anime conventions. Like, posters are amazing, and I have some, but they have to be really good to make me want to buy them, because I only have so much wall space. But, as you can see, keychains, I just have like this big old corkboard, and I just buy keychains and hang them on there. And I could fit a couple more if I rearranged them. But it is also getting tight. Keychains and plushies, yeah. Blade's done with dinner. Got something to take of. No problem. Have a good one, Blade. And thanks for coming on by. Da, 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 da. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, you didn't! Man, that was a successful ad campaign for the freaking Mercenaries 2 game. I'm a mercenary. Da, 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 ba, ba, da, 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 ba, ba. Bop, 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 bop. Wonderful. Well, yeah, as far as buying stuff at anime conventions, that's usually what I get. Usually what I get. I'm looking at my keychain board. I've got Chrono Trigger keychains. I've got some Mario keychains. I got one of Rosalina over there. There's a Professor Layton keychain I have, and it says, "Is this a puzzle?" It's the "Is this a bird" meme, but it's Layton. He's looking at a butterfly. Some Persona ones. There's Joker. There's Morgana. I got a Haru keychain. Good stuff. Good stuff. I can't break that. Da 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 da. Granola Godpod, welcome on in. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at that image. If that's the first thing you post in chat, no offense, but I am immediately suspicious. But welcome on in. Hope you enjoy some Mario. The bot automatically deletes links, so like, I don't know what it was, but welcome. I promise you nobody deleted it out of malice, like the bot automatically did that. Links are not allowed unless I'm pretty sure they're like safe, you know? Just trying to make sure nobody sees anything off or traumatizing. Deletes links! Uh-oh! Guess we're not playing The Legend of Zelda anytime soon. Oops! Link! The princess is in trouble. Send Link. Feels Legend of Zelda, man.
Tasty Starbits.
But yeah, speaking of anime conventions, they're happening again. Not completely sure if I feel 100% safe going to one, but I would if I trust the place. Like, there's a convention going on later in the summer that is not that popular. It's only been around for a couple of years. Crunchyroll Expo, which I guess is now, you know, Sony Anime Expo or something. I'm not saying like that's what they're officially calling it, but since Sony bought Crunchyroll in the time since the last one, that's basically what it is. So I'm wondering how that's going to be handled from now on. I like that one actually because, you know, I live in Los Angeles, so the usual convention I go to is Anime Expo, and it is crowded as all get out. I would not go to it this year because it's, even without, you know, potential sickness going around, it's just not worth the crowding. Literally waiting hours to get in line just to get in. Crunchyroll Expo, maybe. Da, 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 da. Alright, let's see. There's some coins over there. Let's go clown hopping. My summer, well, I guess early fall is gonna be a little booked. I got a wedding to go to again. Potentially anime convention. Potentially, what else did I want to go to in summer? I forgot. There was something. I don't know. Change topic. What if I had to stream Channel Point Redemption that just changed the topic? Like, whatever I'm talking about, if you pay 100,000 bits, I will literally talk about anything else. It's got to be a lot of channel points though, so like people don't spam it, so I never stay on the same topic. There's a video game franchise I like that I'm a fan of. I stream a couple of the games. It's a Metroidvania series. It's called Shantae. And I will always stand those games. They're pretty well designed for their time when they came out. The latest one's actually really good. I'm talking about it because it was just the 20th anniversary of the first game. And it makes me feel old that the first game is 20 years old for the Game Boy Color. Hey, Bits, talk about donuts! Am I going as an invitee to the wedding or the main course? You think I can feed an entire wedding? I'm not that Manoka thick. You think I am a turkey? Unfortunately not. Oh right, I know the other thing I wanted to maybe go to. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament happening, and I don't know if you like have to qualify at a local game store first or something. But heck, I'm down. My friend was like, you know what? We have competitive decks for once in our lives. Let's actually go. Manoka thick. Am I sure about that? Yeah, you think that's me? It ain't me. Couldn't be me. Yuki boy. Yeah, I'm going to Duelist Kingdom, everybody. I need to win the Duelist Kingdom tournament so I can pay for my sister's operation. Yeah, Brooklyn Rage. And all that jazz. I'm missing one coin. Where is it? Oh my god. I just realized. Oh, I'm gonna be looking for... Oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm glad that the draw distance is far enough that I can see it from here. Come back, King of Games. It's me. It's gonna be fun times, but that's neither here nor there. Go play Shantae, it's a good series. The latest game is Seven Sirens. It's like the most Metroidvania of them all, if you like Metroidvanias. If you want a game that's more like Zelda 2-ish, actually. I know that's a weird, like, thing to advertise the game with, but it's like, it is very Zelda-y. Go play Pirate's Curse. That's my favorite entry in the series, and now my second favorite is the newest one, Seven Sirens. Yeah. There's been a lot of, like, people posting art on Twitter to celebrate posting their collections because the company Way Forward is doing a contest where they'll pick one person randomly to get, like, a signed copy of the game from the creator. It's so nice because it was always one of these niche games on the Game Boy Color that nobody knew about. And I always wish people, like, would hear about it and play it so they'd release it more games. And it happened! Freaking success story. It happened. They made more games, and they're good games. Can't wait to start playing Seven Sirens. Yeah, Ori! I really liked when you played the last Shantae game, Half Genie Hero. It was a fun time. But definitely, like, if you want a Metroidvania, that one's not it. That's more like a Mega Man X platformer. Chrissy Pauline, hiatus! It do be hiatus time. Yeah, going on a little... I guess we'll call it vacation, I suppose. Oh man, how do I get there? Maybe the water spout? Itsy bitsy spider. Hope you're having a good Friday, Chrissy. Hope you're having a good time. How's life? Okay, I can't use the water spout. How do I get to the middle? Curious. Welcome on in. We're talking about random stuff and playing Mario Galaxy because I am 4 stars away from the end of the game. Oh, wait. Oh, the angle was weird. I thought the star was in the middle. The star's actually over there. Now I know. Hoo-hoo. Life's busy and stressful because of work. Yeah, do be like that, Chrissy. I understand that. It's not why I'm taking a break, but it is nice. It will be nice to just be able to focus on work and sleep and watching streams. Just like, you know, before I was a stream strammer. 4 stars Pog. Better than a restaurant, I'll tell you what. By the way, if you all have ever heard of the Ace Attorney game series, I saw Chrissy Pauline streaming them. You were on the third one, right? I remember the detective dude with the nose. I like that dude. I like that game. My favorite of the original trilogy. Uh-oh. Yes, can we get a shout out for Chrissy Pauline? I know some people in the chat have also been watching Ace Attorney games through friends of the stream like Zalfira. I don't know where all this sudden interest in the series came from, but I like it. I was a fan of those games since they came out. Ace Attorney is one of, like, my most watched VODs on YouTube for my channel. I love the series. I love talking about it. I just can't talk about it with people until they've played it because I don't want to spoil them. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Hiatus. Yeah, Master Asia. And before anybody asks again, it will be like 1 to 2 weeks maybe. I'll try to be back before the end of June. I'll try. Work, Yu-Gi-Oh, sleep, some sleep. You know me too well, Queen Miku. That's gonna be my stream schedule. I mean, what's in place of my stream schedule for the next few weeks. Oh my goodness. No, excuse me. 3 stars left. Also, thanks for throwing a thing at my face. Akira Dolce. Akira, you've been on like a little trip, haven't you been? Hope you are doing well. Hope you, if you've already come back, hope you traveled safe. Hold the phone. When is this hiatus happening? Kiari-cha, what's up? After this stream. I wasn't even supposed to stream today. I was look at how close we are to the end of Mario Galaxy. I was planning to finish it yesterday, and then I forgot how much effort it takes to do the last few stars because they're all purple coins and prankster comments and whatnot. Speaking of which, I think I should call a prankster comment right now. Ace Attorney, it's objectionable. Overruled. First company needs to get back into completing Trials and Tribulations. Oh yeah, please do.
Move it! Want to move that prankster comment? Well, have I got an idea for you? Right now, for only 20 star bids, I'll fling it somewhere else.
Wait, is there one right now? I'm confused.
If you want to move the prankster comment, just come back and talk to me.
I don't know what his voice became. But you know... Okay, there isn't one. I gotta spawn one. You know, when I play Mario Galaxy 2 eventually, I'm going to give that star frickin' Patrick Star's voice. Maybe it's the way you're dressed. Akira just got home and passed out for 6 hours. Oh, I am so jealous. So jealous. Glad you got some rest and hope, you know, you're having a nice Friday so far. It's, you know, my last stream before break. Glad you caught it. Yeah. Yeah, especially because I wasn't supposed to stream today.
Ahem. Snackity, snackity. Snack diddly doo.
I have mixed feelings of what voice I've given him. Bedroom.
Oh, that's what you wanted. Next time you need some comments, Mr. Ed, come ask me.
Da 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 da. Yeah, lots of friends tonight. I appreciate y'all for being here today. We can talk about random things together, like advertising Shantae and talking about my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. No, I need to come up with new topics. Okay, okay. I need to look at my list because I know I added some stuff. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did you guys see this? Hold on, I completely forgot to talk about this at the beginning of the stream. Have you seen this? Remember how a couple years ago Sega made a Genesis Mini and it had good games, but it didn't have all the good games? Sneaky, clever. If they want to make a second one, just make it shaped like the second revision of the Genesis. And then give it a Sega CD add-on. Because this game console thingy, they just announced it today, and it's already open for pre-order. I already pre-ordered it. They're focusing on Sega CD games, which blows my mind. I hope they have Snatcher. I hope they have Snatcher, because you know what? When they released the last one, they let you, like, play all the English games, even if you had the Japanese version of this. So, like, if they can get Snatcher, it'll be finally an accessible way to play the only English copy of Hideo Kojima Konami game Snatcher. Oh, it won't cost hundreds of dollars. Oh, I don't mean to keep people's hopes up, but look at the games they got. They got Silpheed, which is like a shooter game. They got Shining Force CD, which is it's not like a CD port of Shining Force. It's a whole new game. Sonic CD, of course, you gotta have it on there. Popful Mail, Virtual Racing, of course, why not? I don't know what these are, but they got them. Thunder Force 4, oh my god. When you have time, when you have free time, look for the soundtrack of Thunder Force 4 on YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Because you gotta listen to this. You gotta listen to this. It's like Doom or something. But it has like, oh my god, one of the hardest going extreme soundtracks on the Sega Genesis. Okay, that literally just sounded like Doom. It's just like the intro. How about this song? If you like Genesis music, if you always like the original Sonic games, oh, this one goes hard. Oh, this one goes hard. Thunder Force 4 is a good game. I've never actually played it. I've only played the soundtrack on YouTube. Yo, it's gonna be good. I already have it pre-ordered. I haven't even seen, like, they just revealed those games so far, but there's gonna be more. I think they have like 50? 50 or 30, something like that. It's gonna be good. Shining in Darkness, the middle one. Shining in the Darkness. Yeah, that is what that says. Is that an RPG? Looks like it. Where do we need to go? Bedroom. Right, let's go. Sounds like a mix between Power Rangers and Doom. A little bit. CD's nuts. Wah! But, yeah. Yeah, jeez. Go check it out. I have it pre-ordered. You can actually, it doesn't come with the little Sega CD attachment thing. Like, it just looks like the Genesis 2. Like, it's just this part. But you can buy this. It's the same thing that they did for the mini Genesis 1. You can buy, like, a Sega CD. And then, like, also Sonic and Knuckles. And also Sonic 1 on top of it. The Tower of Power. And then this is just, like, the Sega CD, too. Like, the second model. I actually had this, by the way. Like, a real Sega Genesis and a real, like, Sega CD. I don't own many real Sega CD games because those are expensive. Speedy Comet, huh? Can Worst Company link one of his favorite Sega Genesis soundtracks? Yeah, let me permit you real quick. There you go. How hard it goes in. Really? Like, Sega Genesis. If you really think about it, like, yeah, it is all bleeps and bloops. On a technical level, it's, even though they advertised it with blast processing, it was less technically powerful than the Super Nintendo. But they made do with what they had, and composers just went hard, making games that sounded so good. Yo! Oh, I missed one. Come on, come on. Kamui Kushi has a Mega Drive 1 and a Mega CD 2. Ooh, do they fit together well? I know they're compatible, but like, I don't know how well they fit together. I'm It's a Stenny, what's up? Shining in the Darkness is like Shining Force and Phantasy Star 1 had a baby. Oh, who made it? Is it Sega developed? I'm curious. So many classic RPGs that kind of fell by the wayside, huh? Wasn't blast processing just nonsense they made up? Yeah, it is. Like, what does that mean? That's not like multi-threading or 64 bits. Those are things that actually have meaning, even though they also get used as marketing buzz. Like, no, it's just, what is a blast processor? We're processing blasts, clearly. You know, explosions. Explosions are better. That's what it means. Here, lit it. Oh no, dang it. Oh, I'm gonna have to come back around anyway. Goes around, comes back around. There's a plastic extender. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Oh, no. Oh, no. I need the shell for the treasure chest. Mode 7 was a buzzword for texture tweening. Yeah. Well, it's weird like that, because it wasn't originally advertised as, like, a thing. Mode 7 literally means it's the 7th mode of the graphics processor that the Super Nintendo had. Like, it's not like, Mode 7! Like, 7 whole bits of processing. Like, no, it's just like, yeah, it's just what the 7th mode does. It scales textures. But then, after, like, it caught on, people started calling it a thing to advertise. So it lives in this weird space that it's not a buzzword, but it's also not really a thing that exists. Uh-oh. Yep. Let's go. These days we can process hundreds of blasts per second. Yeah, that's how we're able to play Anton Blast. Wouldn't be possible without today's modern processors, tell you what. This old Batman and Robin soundtrack makes full use of the twang kind of sound. Oh! Oh! Is that? Oh, that's not the Batman game by Sunsoft. That was on the NES, huh? Alright, I'll check out the link after this Star Wars company because I am timed for this. I wonder how many stars I have left. What am I doing? Wait. I just went in a circle. How do I get there? Shoot. I'm messing up. I'm messing up. I got a minute to win it. Let's go. 120 stars, 121 is Luigi mode only. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, because like it is true. Luigi has like 1 extra star. It's more like, hey, you've beaten the game twice. Here, have your final star. I'm not gonna do that on stream, so I'm just gonna talk about it. I am gonna play as Luigi for a little bit, but we're not gonna 100% it by any means. Got plenty of time. Look at this. Pop! Good him! Pop! Let's go! Play as Charlie Day. Yeah, you know what? This game takes place in space, right? You know what Rosalina's observatory really is?
Yeah.
The spaceship! Spaceship! Think about it. That's the person playing Luigi. I love that's such a good choice. Such a good freaking choice. Say what you will about the other casting choices. Charlie Day's Luigi. I'm gonna like that a lot. GG easy. Thank you, Candy Cablib. Let's go. Let's go listen to that soundtrack to give ourselves a little reward. Look at that, we're only 2 stars from the end. Here we go. Adventures of Batman and Robin. Oh, I've heard of this game. Yeah, it's for Sega Genesis. Wasn't this game both on Sega Genesis and Sega CD? Yo, they got like freaking brain training boops in there. Wow, this sounds like what Temporary Secretary was supposed to be.
Party! Party! Let's go!
Ow, 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 ow. Now, hey, don't throw things at the giant chicken. It really is like something special, the Genesis, when it comes to soundtracks. Like, not every game, especially the third-party ones, not every game took advantage of the sound chip. But the ones that, like, developed with it in mind sounded amazing. So, garden and bedroom. 2 left. Alright, well, you know, we always gotta keep going to the bedroom. Ding, 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 ding. Beautiful, nice party, everybody. Adventures of Batman and Robin by Appaloosa Interactive and Konami. Kind of shoot 'em up. SNES version, entirely different game. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else then. Because I know there was a Batman Robin game for the... Or just a Batman game for the Sega CD, I think. Oh, a little secret, huh? Chris is gonna do some cleaning. Yeah! Get some good cleaning done. Hopefully you don't find any hidden treasure. Hopefully you do find any hidden treasures, because that's like the biggest incentive for me to clean anything. It's like, whoa, I forgot I had this game. It's just here behind the couch or something. Have a good one, Chrissy. Thanks for coming. You live in the bedroom. I mean, I wish that's where I slept, but I don't sleep at all. Somehow, I've never done the secret for this level. Ah, I missed it. I mean, you don't need the coin to beat this, right? Right? Hope you find 20, because sometimes you plot them in weird places. Are you leaving little Easter eggs from yourself? Just $20 bills? I feel like a bank might be more efficient, but, you know, you do you. That sounds like a fun idea. Just do it on purpose. Force yourself to save, but not like... If you put it in the bank, it's not safe because you just used your credit card, right? Use your credit card or your debit card, but if it's legitimately hidden from you, then you're forced to save it. There you go. It's pro strats. Oh, what? I feel like I've done this one. But this looks like the secret. Lemonade Cafe, how's it going, Haru? What chips did you get, by the way? Nearly done with your PNG. Could turn it into a proper VTuber at some point. Yeah! As long as you plan ahead, make sure it's got like... Oh, I think I know what the hidden star is, actually. I think I know. I just remembered. Where is the star? Where's the key? Because look, I see the golden chomp over there. Oh wait, was I supposed to get the star before coming here? Uh-oh, back to the lab again. I've been talking about this with several people, like VTuber models. As long as you can, if you are willing to learn live 2D, you can totally like take an image, like make sure all the eyes and mouth and the hair is all segmented and layered, and you can map that to a VTuber. Like nothing says you have to map your VTuber to standard like body parts. Like I got a beak. Those aren't lips. You know that's gonna be different. But anyway, my point is... Ah, crap. You know what? I think I'm supposed to get the coins so that I can get the star? I have vague memories of this. Which is weird because I should just have regular memories. But memories are fleeting. I'm gonna try it again. You do need the coin. Got it. Let's be good gamers for once. Out of all the stars, why is this one giving me trouble? I freaking did the top fight, Daredevil. I did the freaking boulder ghost fight. Ketchup chips. Oh, yeah, because Canada. I've tried those. I like them. Were they Lay's brand, or is there like another brand that has ketchup chips? I mean, they're literally potato chips that taste like ketchup. Not like ketchup turned into chips. But I could see that being a thing. I've seen restaurants that advertise ketchup leather. Doesn't sound very appetizing, but it's a thing. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Give me that coin. Yum, 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 yum. Ow. That hurt. And... yes! Go, Mario, go! Ketchup chips fan. Another brand because he wanted it to be cheap. Is it better than Lay's, though? I've started feeling like all the third-party off-brands of chips. I've started feeling like, where's the chop? There he is! Damn it! No! I couldn't find him! He was just gone! Okay, he goes counterclockwise. I gotta spin around this clockwise. Damn it! We're going back! I wonder if anybody's counted the number of attempts I make at each star. I still think the most is that, the trash one. Blowing it up. But this might be second. Not like this. You'd have a vague memory of it too, considering it came out 15 years ago. Well, I mean, I've actually been... well, you know, I have 119-ish stars. I've been playing this, but... and I got... earlier, the other day... I think it was just yesterday, actually. I got the star and went to that planet, and then I realized, oh, I probably should have saved that for the chomp. But I forgot to actually go back and do it. That's why we're doing it now. It isn't real ketchup? I'm sure it's real ketchup. I think tomatoes are cheap enough that, you know, there's probably not a reason to make fake ketchup flavor. Maybe? Not sure. Dude, could you imagine a future where, like, tomatoes have gone all but extinct? And the only way to get ketchup is, like, you mix some powder with some water, and you have to make fake ketchup? I don't know. I mean, this isn't because of a shortage or anything, but wasabi is hard to get in the US, and like something like 95% of wasabi is really just colored horseradish. So, you know, if you don't like wasabi, maybe make sure you've tried actual real wasabi. It's related to horseradish, yes, but it is actually really different. Dominate the nation. Chris, that's me. That's my name, don't wear it out. It's already been worn out. You know how many people named Chris there are? You ever played Resident Evil 5? You hear that name so many times? Isn't that the world of Kirby? Which one? Popstar? Save your game. Oh, tomatoes, yes. He has to work so hard for a max of tomato. And we cherish those moments. I mean, if you've played Forgotten Land, maximum tomatoes are pretty common. Although, he is in another dimension in that game, so maybe that's why. A world with no spaghetti sauce. Yeah, you probably have to mix that powder. Ketchup powder. Dystopian future where ketchup powder is a commodity. Like, we're going back to trading spices. Going back to the spice trade and people, like, sailing across. Instead of sailing from country to country for spices, they sail across, like, entire galaxies. Missing one in the garden. And I'm assuming it has to be a comet. Alright, y'all. It might be time to get the last star. Although there'll be plenty of gameplay after that, too. Aren't bananas not actual bananas? There's different breeds of banana. So, the bananas that exist are bananas. But stuff like artificial banana flavoring for your gum and candy specifically tastes like a different type of banana that I think I've had before and actually still exists. But they're basically all but extinct. Here's the problem. The old type of banana, at some point in like, what, the 80s or something, the 70s? There was a huge like banana tree fungus epidemic thing. And that specific breed of banana was super susceptible to the fungus. And basically all the banana trees that existed caught it. And it was horrible. They all died. But there are some specimens in existence. I think they're being kept under very close supervision. So, like, they still exist. But they just can't propagate them because, one, the fungus is still out there in existence. They just don't affect other plants as much. Because if you tried to replant the banana trees, they just die again. So that's kind of a waste. And then, like, because there's so few left, there's not enough genetic diversity for them to continue going. To continue growing on. It's really sad. Like, they're gonna die. There's not very much we can do about it. Wait, I moved the comet. Why isn't it? Oh, it's a hidden star. Never mind. Well, I guess we'll go get it. Very much an endangered plant species. Nate's buddy came over, he played Binding of Isaac, the card game. I love the card game! I never play it. I play it on Tabletop Simulator with my friend. Because it's really fun, but the setup takes a long time. Because you have to randomize all the items, and he has all the expansion packs, so he has a lot of items. Oh, to have a banana from the last banana tree. Dylan's update on Psychonauts. Trying to hunt down figments, now doing it in the Milkman conspiracy. You're going for the figments? Like, I know you said it was hard. I thought you gave up on it. Huge mistake. There are ones in the house. Yeah, there are ones in the houses. Yup. That's the thing. That's the thing about, like, when I first played Majora's Mask. That's the thing that made me not ever do the Great Fairy, like, hunting missions. Hunting fairies? Stray fairies, rather. What's this level called? Deep Dark Galaxy? Deep Dark Galaxy Hidden Star. Ba 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 ba. Use the cannon to grab the fire flower, quickly return to the main planet, open the gate, dive to the bottom of the lake, grab the green shell. Okay. La 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 la. Oh, gotta do it. The fungus among us. The very sussy fungus to be killing all the banana trees. It is pretty sad. You know what? My most, like, outstanding memory of that type of banana is going to Universal Studios and going on the tour. Because they used to have a giant animatronic King Kong. Where now they just have, like, the 3D, put on your 3D glasses King Kong thing. It used to be an actual giant King Kong. And it was around in my lifetime, but then it caught fire one day. My coworker works at Universal on his weekends. Just for fun. And he was, like, there the day it caught fire. It's really sad. Your buddy buys all the Isaac expansions. Even pre-ordered a new one. I bet my friend has it too. What if we had the same friend? What? We just knew each other in real life this whole time and never, like, thought to ask us about Twitch. Imagine. To have a banana. You love the angry cat emote. Where? Oh, I see it. I like it. Ba 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 ba. Banana.
Ooh, banana.
I was watching Let's Play Jay, who has been on his playthrough of Banjo-Kazooie. He might still be alive right now, but he was supposed to beat it all in one session because it was his 1-year stream anniversary, and then that became 3 sessions because the game is longer than he remembered. And it is actually a pretty long game. You want to get all the jiggies? Yeah. And we were talking about how Donkey Kong 64, like, Banjo-Kazooie is long, but Donkey Kong 64? Oh boy, that game is tedious. And there's some... what I recommend if y'all want to play Donkey Kong 64 is if you would like a better experience and you don't want to just play the original experience, there are mods to play that game in a much more palatable way. Basically, one of the big pain points of that game is it's a collectathon, you know, like Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie and all that. But some of the collectibles you can only get with certain Kongs. And there are like, how many playable Kongs? I have to remember the DK rap right now. DK, Diddy, Chunky, Lanky, Tiny. That's 5, right? Ow, 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 ow. Some collectibles you can only get with certain characters. And you have to swap off at like barrels at set points in the map. It's really annoying. There are mods that make it so you can switch at any point in time. You can switch anytime. Will I die if I fall through this? No, that's okay. That's a window. Whoop. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Bubble. All right, little boo boy. Let's let you finally see the light. I can finally see the light. And it's like this star is glistening. And that makes 120. Yo, I'm ready for my reward. Come on, let's go. Wait, do I have to beat the game again? I forget if you have to, like, go fight Bowser. Boo in a box. It's a boo in a box. Whoa. Beat it again. Well, good, actually. Yeah. It's a fun way to cap it off, then. Whoa, whoa. Major League Gaming. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of bits.
Here are some bits before your stream break.
Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Major League Gaming. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I'll use all that money to buy video games. I promise. I promise. Hope you're doing well. We are about to beat Mario Galaxy again, but this time with 120 stars. And we're gonna do it for real this time. Let's give it a go. Okay, my filter's not cooperating today. We now have enough star power to go to another world. But before that, we must help your special one. Again. Well, Rosalina, I wouldn't have to do it twice if you let me do the purple coin stars before beating the game. Center of the universe, let's go. Second Bowser time. Whoop. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Hello? Egg. Now this looks pretty similar. It's a spaceship! Somewhere on the observatory, Luigi is losing his gosh dang mind. Voiced by Charlie Day. Oh, I'm hype. I'm hype. I'm hype. As many times as I've seen this just never gets old. You know how big the observatory is, and then it's literally crashing through the battleships? Man, if... You know what would make this better in my mind? If you if you played this like Star Fox.
Go, Mario.
Go, Mario. You controlled the observatory like an R-wing, and it just like lasered everything to death. Nah, we're not gonna go to another world via a truck. No isekai this time. I'm sorry. Mario isekai. Yo, I mean, Kirby Forgotten Land is literally just a Kirby isekai. And you know what? That game has a truck in it. Don't worry about it. We need a new Star Fox. I actually really enjoyed Star Fox Zero, but I understand why people were disappointed in it. I keep saying it again and again, and you know, the latest few like... Oh, what the... The latest like gameplay previews of the new Sonic are just proving my point. That people have the same problem with Star Fox as they do Sonic right now. And that is, there's been so many types of game that it is now impossible to please everyone, and no matter what comes out, people will hate it. Even if it is literally like, all the fans are saying like, just make it like the original games. Star Fox Zero comes out and everyone's like, wow, this is just a retread of Star Fox 64. Wow, Nintendo, who wanted that? I don't know, everybody that was talking about Star Fox, myself included. I mean, there are legitimate complaints, but about like the accessibility of the motion controls, but that's a whole different thing.
Hiya! Oh, hold on.
And again, I'm not gonna. I should just not look at people complaining on the internet, but it's just everywhere. And by that I mean it's on Twitter, so I should just not look at Twitter ever. Recent gameplay demos have not really shown off the game all that much. They're just like, oh, Sonic. Oh, no, I forgot that these run out.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Major Link's on stream break now, so you're using the time to give something back. Hey, that's nice. That's very generous of you, Major Link. I know I've seen you in Brad's streams, so I didn't know you streamed. How have I never known that? I gotta go check you out sometime, for sure. I gotta go find somebody else to cheer. Well, you know, your cheers have been very influential. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a good night. What? Sonic doesn't have teeth? He needs his human teeth. Ugly Sonic for life. I don't even, like, you know that Ugly Sonic was only in the Chip and Dale movie for meme value. Because if they're doing the Who Framed Roger Rabbit thing, like, why are they counting Sonic as a toon? Sonic is a video game character. First and foremost, I don't care that, I don't care what you say that, like, oh, you know, he was gonna be in a CG animated movie, of course he's a toon. Like, no, it's an adaptation of a game. He's a game character. He's the only game character in the entire movie. If you want to go down that route, put in, like, Wreck-It Ralph or something. I don't know. Well, they kind of did, actually. They didn't. Don't worry about it. What? What's going on? Whoa, 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 whoa. At this point, you're gonna look into the new Sonic when it's actually out. Yeah, I'm gonna form my own opinion because looking at Twitter makes me sad. Let's just quote me on that. Actually make that a quote. Oh, yes, I've fallen for the trap. You think open world Sonic just doesn't work even before the gameplay previews? Well, that's the thing. Open worlds can do anything. So, like, it depends on how much they're willing to make it like a normal Sonic game. And right now, the gameplay previews make it look like they just took Sonic from, literally from Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Generations and just stuck him in an open world. So that makes me worry about, like, not worry, but I just wonder how much game design has gone into the world itself to facilitate that. Because if it really is just Sonic in open world, like why have an open world? And that's something I can't judge until the game's out. IGN is just not doing a good job of showing off what the game's about, so I'm not gonna judge it based on that. Not every game works with an open world, especially if most enemies die in one hit. They just showed off, I did the same thing. They just showed off a fighting trailer. A combat trailer. And by trailer, I mean gameplay preview. Which has shades of the original preview that people didn't like. Where they're just kind of walking around slowly. Gotta walk around slowly, yeah!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
And it looked like Sonic was fighting enemies that do take a couple of hits. But is that really Sonic? Like, that reminds me of how Sonic 06, where you played a Shadow, and then for no reason, Shadow fought like he has these combos after the homing attack. And that just was weird to me. To be fair, the focus on his teeth in the movie was kind of awesome.
If you're in on the joke, they can't make fun of you.
And that was just the motto of the Chip and Dale movie. And they held true to it, so I guess I can applaud them for that.
Yeah.
Sonic's Breath of the Wild. IGN just sucks. Can't spell IGN. Can't spell ignorant with an IGN. Haha. I mean, we've been saying this since the 90s. Like, I don't know, the story, people are saying different things. Like, oh, Sonic Team just gave that footage to IGN. They weren't the ones playing it. But then some people are like, no, IGN got a demo, and they're actually playing the game, and they're just not showing it off well. Like, I don't know who to believe. And there's no, like, confirmation one way or the other. So I'm just gonna play the game. Sonic's getting old. Gotta go slow before my back starts acting up. Woo.
Chickens! Chickens, they're coming! Watch out, everybody!
Man, those 2 blocks with the fire bar on them, they like disappear the fastest out of all of these. That's mean.
Where's Cream the Rabbit, though?
Oh, let me finish my thought. So, just like with Star Fox, the thing is, yeah, a lot of people are being negative about the new Sonic, but they're not even consistently being negative about it. Like, everybody is complaining about different aspects, and they're all using it as ways to say, yeah, this is gonna suck. You gotta look at all of that, and you gotta think to yourself, like, does this specific thing matter to me? And if not, maybe I will like it. People complaining about how Sonic looks like he's going slow, which, like, again, it's just the gameplay that they showed off, but you don't know if that's just the intro or the way IGN was may or may not been playing it. People complaining about the rails floating in the sky, and like, there's always been rails in the sky. Ah, but they don't look like part of the world. Okay, slap a fan on them. There you go. If that was your complaint, that's easily fixable. People complaining about, like, when you grind on a rail, it automatically takes you upward. And that's, you know, that's something I can actually agree with, because it was cool how in Sonic Adventure games you had to build up your momentum. But a lot of the modern games have been doing that, where rails are automatic go buttons. So, like I said, it's been so many different things that it's hard to pinpoint exactly what people are complaining about. Those 2 blocks don't disappear quickly if you don't jump all the way. So they're really just trying to be mean to me specifically. Dang. Show called free thinkers when Sonic comes out with a new game.
Finally! You got here just in time to see The creation of my galaxy in the center of the universe.
It's Jack Black. It's Jack Black Bowser.
Watch and weep.
Let's go! Brad! Brad, I never asked you, how did the shiny hunt go?
From this galaxy, I'll rule a great galactic empire. With Peach by my side, it will last forever. I will rule every pitiful corner of the universe. So, Mario, as you can see, I got big plans, and stopping you is at the top of my list.
How nice of him to leave me a mushroom and a 1-up. If this game was Mario Odyssey, I'd feel like they'd trick you and like knock down the platforms as soon as you get there. Oh, look at him, he's in the rock. You know, I didn't call that out last time, but that's adorable. Bum bum ba-da-dum. Bum bum ba-da-dum. Bum bum ba-da-dum. You found 4 shinies, nice. I think one was a Graveler, and then what else? Maybe, did you ever find that shiny Magmar? I ended up falling asleep before I found out. Yo, Red was part of a world record shiny hunt last night. And boy howdy did he contribute. It was so cool seeing like all the live notifications of people pop up with like, a shiny Pikachu has been caught. Another shiny Pikachu has been caught. Everyone was assigned a specific Pokemon, and they all went like to find that specific one. But if you found a different shiny, you were allowed to add it to the list. I'm wondering who was assigned the shiny Gyarados, because they didn't specify any specific game to play. You're just like, play any game that has this Pokemon in it. Oh, he's stepping on that one. Yeah, baby.
Squish.
Because that means you could just play Gen 2, and you're like, alright, I made it to the Lake of Rage, got my shiny Gyarados. My part's done. Dun 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 dun. Hiya! Rhydon, Golduck, Graveler, and Tangela! That's a good set of Pokemon, sir. I applaud you. You've done great work. I wonder how many shinies people got on average for each one. Like, is there a list? Is there a list of all, like, the shinies? And who got them? Bowser out here shouting, "Decapitation!" at the top of his lungs. Oh, yeah. Again, everybody's talking about the other casting choices, but yo, there's some good choices. All right, my favorite song. When I did the 30-day whatever video game music challenge, I put this as my favorite boss theme. Like, listen to this.
Bum, 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 bum.
The website you got? Feel free to link it, Brad. You're a mod, so you shouldn't be timed out. But I want to go check it out.
Aye,
That's a spicy meatball. Come on, Bowser. Come on, Bowser. I dare you. Come at me, bro. Two, three for most, and they got extras. I see. Did it show, does the website show like everybody who caught everything, or just specifically who got the first ones? One of the reasons you Galaxy's favorite Mario, because this is so epic! Oh, we just beat him, by the way. So long, Bowser! I'm happy. I feel happy. Oh look, the star looks like it's been collected already. I wonder why. Yeah! Yeah, we did it! We saved Mario's special one! It's Luigi, right? We saved Luigi? I think we did. You got a grand star. Oh my goodness. I finally earned the right to sleep. I'm not ending stream right now. Like, we're gonna watch the ending again. We're gonna do, you know, what comes after this. But, yo. It's been a good day. It's been a really good day. Canonically, the end of Mario Galaxy is the end of the series because Mario goes through a black hole. Oh, he comes out the other side. It's more of a wormhole. I just realized that the blocks they land on is literally the beginning of the level. They actually used the geometry from the level for this cutscene. How about that? Pre-rendered, but they actually used the level. Oh no, it's Solar. Slippy, get the R-Wings. Bowser, no! We're supposed to save you from yourself! Nice touch, I say so. Oh, he's a little punch drunk. Looks like he's gonna get KO'd.
My Emperor, I failed you! No! My galaxy, my empire! This can't be happening!
Implosion. Nothing saved them. Nothing could have saved them from this moment. Again, I said that last time, like, I don't remember when they got into the castle, but that was very short-lived. Their peace. Whatever this is, they're just getting reborn. Bowser, the true tragic character. Write a character case study on him. Do it.
Goodbye, Luma.
He's brought peace, justice, and security to his new empire.
Do it. We don't know how. But somehow, Bowser came back. It's just the plot of every Mario, isn't it? Oh, peace more like pieces. Is this, like, what's with this twin funnel? It's really cool. Is this a science thing? It's probably not a science thing. It just looks nice, isn't it? Oh yeah, when a black hole collides with something infinitely massive, it creates a double parabola. I don't know. And that's the event horizon. The baby! The baby! The universe is born! The drill that will pierce the heavens!
Do
Do you hear the baby stars? I can't get them to shut up. There's a shortage of baby formula. Mario, you're gonna have to provide me with milk. I don't care how you get it, but we need to feed the babies. These newborns will grow up to become galaxies someday. Einstein-Rosen Bridge. When stars die, they return to stardust and scatter across the cosmos. I can't skip through this fast, so we're just gonna have to go through it. Mario milk, yes. What do you think happens when you do the Mario and you swing your arms from side to side? They're teaching you how to milk. It's like that 1-2 switch minigame. Milk what? Milk this.
Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, everybody, let's go. Do the Mario.
If they don't do the Mario in the Mario movie, I'll be sorely disappointed. Oh, look, it's a him. Why do you always find my volume on the most cursed moments? That's my secret, Captain. All my moments are cursed. Who would win, Giant Rosalina or Lady Dimitrescu? Good question. I'm gonna have to play Resident Evil 8 in VR to find out. I gotta witness it firsthand. Everybody's so happy. It's like they never antagonized a single person or anybody. Everyone's living in peace. They're teaching you how to milk. Why was Rosalina so just big at that moment. Was she the galaxy? Lady D's got the stomps, but Rosalina can survive the Big Bang. She probably induced the Big Bang. Arranged all the atoms just right so the universe would create itself just in the way she wanted. All new life carries the essence of stars. Wow. Mario just had an existential crisis. Stars. I said this at the beginning of the stream. I want art of Nemesis from Resident Evil 3, but flying through space in Mario Galaxy because he's looking for stars. Like he went around Raccoon City asking like, "Where is stars?" And somebody was just like, "You an idiot? Stars are in the sky. Stars are in space. Go to space if you want stars." Yeah. Kim Marie, welcome on in. You like that ending? That was nice. Yeah. We just beat Mario Galaxy twice. This is the 120 star ending, so I feel accomplished. I am not gonna do the entirety of Luigi's playthrough on stream, but I am ready. I am ready. Ow, thank you. Gonna do a couple of stars with Luigi first, because we gotta enjoy our new unlockable, you know? But yeah, you may have caught me at a bad time if you're here for the first time. I am wrapping this game up today. I was supposed to not even stream today. I was trying to finish this yesterday, but no. There are a couple of stars to get. And you see, it took us over 2 hours, so good thing I saved it for another stream, actually. Welcome on in. If you're new, my name is Chris. I play RPGs and Nintendo games. Sometimes Nintendo RPGs, like Mario and Luigi. And I love them. Mamma mia! Mario needs some therapy! So, Bowser, you want to have a Mario party or something? Woohoo! Mario, but space. For sure. Question, any plans for Galaxy 2 at any point in the future? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not, like, in my mind right now, but I do want to play it. Like, I'm not gonna miss an opportunity to voice the chubby little Patrick Star. You have it set to M for me, when you should have it set to M for Mario. For sure. Charles Martinet, Kenneth James, Samantha Kelly, Mercedes Rose, Kate Lisa Goyen. But, like I said earlier, near future plans, Psychonauts 2, and VR, Rhombus and Ruin, of course. I was this close to saying that my next long RPG was gonna be Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. And then I realized, oh wait, I already promised I was gonna play Miles Edgeworth. I'll see how I feel after my break. I'm going on stream hiatus after this stream for a couple of weeks, maybe. We'll see what ends up happening, but I'm excited to play my next RPG. I needed a break after Dragon Quest XI, and I've had a break. I've already not streamed an RPG for a week, and that feels like forever to me. But maybe it behooves me to wait a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, look at that North American localization. Nate Bildorf? That guy is infamous. He did a lot of the, like, live translation for Nintendo and their executives at events. And I think he personally was the one who translated the Super Smash Bros. Brawl page. At least that was the rumor on the internet. Back when they were releasing information day by day. And people were so up in arms with theory crafting and panicking because of the way he worded some things. Like when Lucas got revealed, they're like, whoa, no way, Lucas Mother 3? What's a Mother 3? And then specifically, the website said, like, up until now, there's been a character named Ness in Smash Brothers. And because they worded it like that, they're like, what? No more Ness? Thank you, you're welcome, Mario. But no, there was never any danger. Ness is in every Smash. Miles Edgeworth, Partners in Time. Narel, how's it going? You just caught us recreating the galaxy for a second time. Does this mean Mario Galaxy is a causal loop? Like the Futurama video game, it ends where it begins? Oh no. Mario Galaxy is stuck in a time loop. It never ends. Until we create the timeline where Mario is just satisfied. Chibi Gamer's gonna head out. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. Have a good one, Chibi. Have a good night. And I hope to see you again someday when I return to streaming. Miles Edgeworth, Partners in Time. Edgeworth pre and post DL6. Oh my god. Edgeworth as a little kid, you know, dreaming of becoming a defense attorney. And then Edgeworth after his life gets ruined. Oops. Yeah, Mario Galaxy is great, everybody. So as you can see, even then, the first half of the game abouts is very easily doable. Or, like, it's got some stars that are decent challenges, and it's a good difficulty, I think. I would have been totally satisfied if it ended where it did. Oh, the Luma. Wait, isn't that the mushroom ship? What happened to that?
Super Luigi Galaxy!
Oh yeah! Luigi time! You can now play as Luigi! Everybody, this is the moment y'all been waiting for. No, not Wario time, although I wish. Now you gotta do it all over again, let's go! I mean, I did it when I was a kid. I spared no spared no expenses. What's the word? Spared no time. Wasted no time. There you go. In playing this game again as Luigi. Look at this, Luigi. You can't convince me it's not. Here's a fun fact. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna get to it on this stream, so I'm just gonna say it. This is not Luigi. But it is Luigi, but it's not Luigi. You know how you find Luigi throughout the game? You think he turns into Mario when you play as Luigi? No. No, there's just two Luigis. There's just two Luigis, and then when Luigi talks to you, he's like, "Whoa, it's me. Thanks for rescuing me, me." They didn't even, like, bother changing it, but instead they doubled down on it. It's Imposter Luigi. It's Luigi! Before Luigi existed. Let's go. I believe it.
I'll do it.
What's also amazing about it is, in order to not, like, change the character model too much, and, like, make all the animations stay the same, this Luigi, right here, that you see, this is not the Luigi model from the game. From the game up until now. This is Mario's model, colored green, and then they stuck Luigi's head on top. And it becomes super obvious when you see the other Luigi, because this Luigi is shorter. Mario Galaxy's good, everybody. Where am I supposed to go? I gotta find the rabbits. There's one. The Alpha Universe Luigi and the Omega Universe Luigi. This is just Dr. Luigi, Multiverse of Madness. Would have been cool if you unlocked Wario and Waluigi. One of these days, yeah, I would love if they ever acknowledged Waluigi in a mainline Mario game. They've come very close on multiple occasions, but they don't. Like, Thousand Year Door Paper Mario had a Waluigi color. If you equip both, like, the Wario badge and Luigi badge. So, like, there's a little sly hint towards it. And I'm sure there's other references that I can't think of right now. I hear the rabbit. I don't see the rabbit. Comment says, not gonna lie, I think Edwards benefited a lot from DL6 being adopted by the famous... Yep. And had that not happened, he would have been another nobody. I mean, hard to say. I guess if you haven't played Ace Attorney 1, cover your ears for like 10 seconds. But if DL6 never happened, then Von Karma could have just like continued on being like an evil prosecutor that just wins by fake evidence. So like, maybe he would have been caught at some point in his life, or maybe not. Oh, here we go. But history would have been very different. Who knows if Phoenix would have had, like, the character growth he did, like, actually defending his friend. If we have Wario and Waluigi getting into shenanigans as they try taking on baddies, you'd be super happy. I just want them to have, like, actual solidified personalities in a Mario game for once. There's been this discussion on Twitter, of course, because that's apparently where I see all gaming discourse. I should probably diversify. But there's a lot of like Wario fan accounts. There's one I follow called Wario Franchise Appreciation, where they like just post random Wario trivia and pictures. And there's also been a discussion lately of like what Wario's personality is supposed to be. Because when you think of Wario in Smash, you think of like, oh, he's gross, he farts a lot, and he tries to eat everything, and then in the Subspace Emissary, he's just evil and he shoots people with the trophy beam for no reason. And you gotta wonder, like, does that really match up with Wario? Because every other game, like, Wario's motivation is greed. His motivation is just, you know, becoming rich, getting his own money. He's not evil, he's just greedy. Like, he starts a company, he has friends, he makes WarioWare games, he has his friends make the games. And yet, maybe he doesn't pay them enough. But, like, they're still good enough friends with him that they're willing to still work with him after not paying them. So you never know what happens off screen there. I got the Luma, it's Mr. L! What? Spoilers! They're all toys in Smash, that's also true. So, like, Subspace is just not canon. You wonder if Edward stayed a lawyer, would he end up having Phoenix's character arc as a rookie defense attorney in some way? Oh, dude, that reminds me of the manga somebody made, where it's like, what if Vegeta crashed on Earth and hit his head instead of Goku? But they actually go through with it, like, it's not like, oh, just replace Goku with Vegeta and everything else is the same. No, they're like, he's still the Prince of all Saiyans. He's still a cocky asshole. But he's still got, like, that sense of ego to him that he's not evil, he just wants to be the best. So you go through everything, like the Saiyan arc and the entirety of Dragon Ball and stuff. And then he grows up to the point where, like, I think Goku and Nappa come to Earth. And Raditz still comes to Earth first. Like, my brother will be coming soon. Instead of more Saiyans will be coming soon. It's very interesting. It's like, what if they did that for Edgeworth? What if they did that for Edgeworth and he was the defense attorney and you have a whole What If Phoenix Wright game? Evil is seldom the epic evil of video games. Wario's greed and selfishness is still pretty evil. Depends on what you define as evil. Like, is evil defined as being bad on purpose, like, to other people and the world? For no reason other than you enjoy it? Or is it defined as, like, doing those things, or, like, doing something that causes bad to happen to people? And even though that's not your main objective, you still care less about it because it's benefiting you. They're both evil in different ways. But one of them is like cartoon villain evil, and the other is just like greed, which is also bad. Bong. There's the key.
Wonderful. But yeah, Wario. I do want to see what Anton Blast ends up being. Because there's been discussion about that. Like, it is trying to be more than Wario Land was. Like, it's not just a copy of it. And I wonder why they never used the giant Goomba as much in this game as I thought they would. He's kind of just here. I always wonder about the random one-off things in Mario games. Like these! The gong spikes? Why isn't that more of a thing in this game? They programmed it. Really, just for the tutorials? Yeah. As far as I can tell, I don't think Luigi controls any different from Mario. Like, he feels the same. So I think you're literally just playing the game again, but green.
It's not easy being green.
Grand Star.
Bum, 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 bum.
Anton Blast. The Anton Blast Kickstarter is still going. Feels like forever ago now, but it makes sense. I believe they reached the Kickstarter goal for other playable characters. Dynamite Annie being the one that people were excited for. Ironically, looking more like a Mario design than Anton, maybe, a little bit. And she has, like, overalls, but they're overalls on a skirt. It's like a dress of some kind? I'm not sure how to describe it. All that I know is, more playable characters, let's go. Sounds good to me. You remember someone explaining that Luigi's physics are somewhat more slippery. I mean, that's what I expect. Because that's how it's been in every other Mario game where they have a difference. I'd have to, like, go to a more open area.
Ah!
It's me, Luigi. I was mostly looking at the jump height. Because the famous one is that, like, even though Mario is known as Jumpman, he's famous for his jump. Luigi, ironically, jumps higher. The star. We've created a new universe where Mario just became Luigi. That's the canon of this run. Wow. You know, now that I think about it, yeah, it would take a while to unlock the stage where, like, you get to Luigi again. I wish I could just instantly go there to show you guys the second Luigi. Let's just keep playing until, like, 3 hours of stream, huh? I think that's a nice way to cap it off. Give us some Luigi time. Look at him. Oh my gosh, I saw this earlier today, actually. I'll point it out. I'll point it out when it focuses on him again. You notice anything weird about Luigi? You can't see it from here. I'll show you. You think he jumps slightly higher? I'm trying to see it. I am legitimately trying to see it and feel it, but right now I don't. It must be ever so slightly different. Because they probably balanced the game around Mario and they didn't want to have Luigi break anything, you know? Luigi is green. Again, what's the difference? I'm colorblind, looks the same to me. Star power. You got boost power!
Look. Question for the chat. Do you prefer Rosalina's observatory? Or do you prefer the Mario face planet from Galaxy 2?
Oh.
I like this Luma. Why isn't this the Luma that Rosalina uses in Smash? Oh crap, I was gonna point it out. Observatory? I also like the observatory. I think it's just because the face planet is a little creepy. A little weird. Isle Delfino! Oh, you know what? Yeah, Isle Delfino as a hub world beats... Oh, wait, look! Yo, this is... Okay. Okay, well, hold on. This control's different from the level I just played. He's sliding all over the place. This is different now. Do they only change it once you finish the tutorial? That's funny. Yeah, okay, yeah, Luigi's different. Luigi's totally different. Look, he's sliding everywhere. I was testing it out. You saw me testing it out during the tutorial level, like running and stopping. Okay. Maybe they just... I don't know why. They made the tutorial control the same. If anything, that's less accurate. Look at that triple jump. That triple jump is amazing. That's Luigi for you. Anyway, what I wanted to point out... It's really hard to tell. But you could have seen it in the cutscenes. You can kind of see it here. Luigi is literally just Luigi's head pasted on Mario's body. And you can tell because the seam at his neck is kind of like not continuous. It's like the head is on top of the neck. It's like thinner than it should be. It's hard to point out. I don't know. You mean observatory? Oh, okay. Man is the slipperiest guy in town. The slipperiest Luigi in the West. They used to call him Lubricated Luigi. Because he's just so slippery. And no other reason. PG-13. You haven't played Galaxy 2 yourself. I feel like you found both charming in different ways. I like Galaxy 2 a lot. It's in a weird place because it kind of looks like DLC, but it really does add a lot of new stuff. I think they're just hard to compare, and it's just a result of them having a very similar aesthetic. As in, the aesthetic is whatever they want it to be, because it's galaxies. That's why people compare them. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Good egg. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. With the Luigi physics. You know why Luigi has more slipperiness to him? My headcanon is that because Luigi's the younger brother, he always gets the hand-me-down shoes from Mario. So Luigi's shoes are all worn out and don't have grip anymore. Because they used to be Mario's old shoes. That's why he's sliding all over the place. You see? It checks out, doesn't it? Checks out. And if you're a little brother in the chat, a little sibling who always got stuff from their older sibling, can you confirm? I have no evidence, but hey, it's a hypothesis.
Bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum.
Something more like an expansion pack that has a bunch of new things. It's like, you know how right now Nintendo likes to do this thing where they release a game and then they give out so many updates after the end that it's almost like a different game? It's like that. It's like Mario Galaxy 2 is the updates, but sold as its own game. So maybe that's why people don't agree with it. Because they feel like, oh, this could have just been DLC. Luigi. Haru never got shoes, but you did get games and Pokemon cards. If anything, that's good. You looked out. I like Pokemon cards. Oh yeah, Haru, you posted those pictures of the new Pokemon card set. I didn't realize it was out. I'm excited for it. Well, in general, I'm excited because they're finally adding Hisuian Pokemon cards. So, stuff from Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't think they're all, like, every character is available yet, though, right? In every Pokemon. Like, I know Irida, there's an Irida card. Is there an Adaman card? I haven't seen one. Ow. I mean, there's a Zisu card. That's good. That's a good one to start with.
I'm dying. I'm dying and I'm crying.
Nice green Mario. Thank you, Kamen. I played it myself. You can walk in on Luigi and Paper Mario 1 trying to raise his latest diary and entry before you see it. You can make out just enough that reads simply, I wish I got to sleep in the top bunk. Oh, that's sad. And they only have a bunk bed in Paper Mario. Every other game, it's like, do they even have beds? Sometimes. They added the important characters for the most part in Astral Radiance. You did get Choi. Wow, I never thought they made a card of that character. Do they got, do they have a Volo card? Do they have, I'm trying to think of all the wardens and whatnot. Like, I am going to buy whatever set has Ingo in it, like, hands down. Because right now, the Ingo and Emmett card is ridiculous. It's like 45 bucks. But, you know, it's cheaper than earlier. It used to be 50 bucks. Wow. I'm still upset about that. That when Arceus came out, I was gonna buy an Ingo and Emmett card for 15 bucks at most. It was like 10. It was like 10 when I first looked it up. And then it was 15, and I'm like, oh, I'll buy it tomorrow. Like, I'll buy it with some Yu-Gi-Oh cards I want to pick up. And then when I went to put it in my cart, it was all sold out, and the cheapest one was like $200. And I'm like, oh, I waited too long by 1 day. Bowls in the next set. Ooh, have they confirmed any other characters? I am curious. It's because it already came out in Japan, right? I'm assuming. Whoa, look at the hitbox here. Look at the collision box. I'm standing on top of the sand. The footprints are floating. Die. Die. Hi, Curious. I'm Common. Hi, Common. I'm Dilly. Let's go! But yeah, being able to play as Luigi in this game was so mind-blowing at the time, because there was a big period of time in like the entirety of the GameCube era, and you know, starting with stuff like Mario 64, that like it felt like Nintendo was just ignoring Luigi. Like imagine growing up with like Mario World and Mario 2 and 3, where you could always play as Luigi. And Mario 3 and World were multiplayer in that you could swap off with your siblings and play as Luigi. Then all of a sudden, Mario 64 can't play as Luigi. Mario Sunshine can't play as Luigi. It became a running joke. All the games of that era were like, oh, Luigi, how does it feel like being the worst brother? Like, I get that they're trying to, it's a joke. But also that's mean. It's also really mean to Luigi, Egg. The best part of buying English cards, getting spoiled by the Japanese cards. It's especially interesting for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you get to see what decks are gonna be really good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah! But when they come to the Americas, they may not actually be that powerful because the ban list is different. People are really speculating right now. There's an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Called Splites. Or maybe they're called Sprites. I don't know. Depends on how you localize it. And like, the tournaments in Japan right now, like 90% of people are playing Sprites. Or like playing decks that are trying to counter it. So, it's just that good. So the hype is going to make it so that those cards are automatically going to be expensive here. But nobody knows if they're actually going to be good here. So. Stop it. Alright, Haru. Volu, Iskan, Arezu, Fortune Sisters. Fortune Sisters! Heck yeah. This one has... Oh, there is Adaman. Ooh. Insight lead? Kamado? Yo, those are good ones to start at. They are definitely saving Ingo. Looking at those lists, they're saving Ingo for like... This is the set that has bad cards in it. We're gonna put in Ingo so everyone buys it. Mario and Luigi moved out of their apartment and got their own house by the 64. Luigi volunteered to watch over the house because that means when he goes to grab groceries, he gets first say in what ships. Ah. Clever, clever. There, you can kind of see it. Look at his neck. Look at his neck. It's like he's got a chin, and then another chin, and then the neck. You can't unsee it. Well, it's harder to see from this distance. Probably why people never noticed it. Especially before the games became HD. Like, totally. La 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 la. The meta in Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be different from OCG and TCG, and that's the truth. It's just Mario wearing a Luigi mask. Hey, you know what? You could be right, Phoenix. Also, what's up, Phoenix City? It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. We just beat Mario Galaxy 120 stars, as you can see by now that we're playing Luigi Galaxy. Kind of just like playing for funsies right now, because I'm not gonna stream the rest of this. It's mostly the same. What I am gonna do is go on break after this, so you know, you caught me right before it. Like, if you think about it, Mario and Luigi cosplay, there's precedent. Because, Super Mario World, when you beat it, you unlock Fall Mode after beating the special area. And then, like, everyone puts on costumes because it's, like, Halloween. Like, all the Koopas turn into, like, Mario masks. And the little Mario heads. Little Mario heads, you kick them like Koopa shells. The Goombas become, like, pumpkins, right? It's been a while since I played Mario World with Fall Mode. Because you can't... Once you beat Mario World like that, you can't undo it. You are stuck playing it like that. I guess you could just, like, start a new file. Pretty impressive cosplay. Didn't the Mythbusters do something like... Could you fool people with a really realistic mask made of your face? Like, is that really a myth, or are they just having fun at that point? I think they're just having fun. Yeah. But like, they had Jamie put on an Adam mask and Adam put on a Jamie mask. They did tests like, all right, I'm gonna stand at the end of this long building, and then you can see, tell me whether or not I'm Adam or Jamie. Let the legend of Luigi live on. What, am I Venom Luigi? A Mario deprived of his red. Skipped over the Wii and Wii U Mario games. Oh, you gotta play Galaxy, Phoenix. It's wonderful. I think it's the most solid Mario game. Like, from game design to balance, beginning to end. There's nothing about it that I can find like real big flaw in, really. Like, the biggest complaint I've had about this entire game is like the purple coin stars. And it's not even that bad. It's like all the other Mario games have collect 100 coin stars. It's just this game kind of backloads them all to the end, the last half of the game, so you don't have to do them in the first half. And that makes sense why. But if I'm gonna do it all, I might as well want to do some earlier, so I don't have to do them all at once. Other than that, everything is just fun. Good game. Nintendo 64 DS allowed Luigi, but no one saves Luigi and Wario if they're speedrunning. That's so sad! That's a Wario injustice. And Luigi injustice. 3D World and 3D. You know what? If you haven't played 3D World Bowser's Fury, oh my goodness, that is a solid game. Like whatever they did with Bowser's Fury, such a unique concept, and they just made it this little like extra mode that legitimately plays like its own game. Like it is definitely not. I wouldn't pay $60 for Bowser's Fury on its own, but you know, a re-release of 3D World and Bowser's Fury, that's easily worth the $60. Remember those 3D face renders from Mission Impossible movies, but the machine's always broken in the new movies. They just don't want to do the effect again. That's funny. Maybe if they had it spread all across the first parts of the games, wouldn't feel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they did all the purple coin stuff earlier. Watching the movie makes you queasy? Oh. I guess that's one flaw about it, potentially. If you're prone to motion sickness, the upside down and all around may not be the best for you. There are points like that where you need to control them upside down. It's fun. It would have been nice to have a mode where there's like the camera is always positioned to Mario, so you never have to like get inverted like that. I'm sorry. Well, I'll tell you what game doesn't have that problem. Super Mario 3D World. I remember, Kamen Rider, when you were trying to stream Super Mario 64 3D, Super Mario 64 DS, you're trying to use the mod that people made that allows actual analog stick control. I would very much like to play the game with that mod. Because when I played it on actual DS when it came out, I always used the little touchscreen thumb stylus thing. Because Mario 64 does not feel right without analog control. It does work with a D-pad, and a lot of people find it fine. But it doesn't feel right to me. I like having the precise control of analog. Ow. So to play with an actual controller and stick, well, that's just the way to play it. Scuba-dee-ba-dooba. You guess in the older Mission Impossibles, it's kind of silly that everything is solved when Tom Cruise magically kidnaps the right person and swaps places with them off screen. Now, wait a minute. Is that a spoiler? You just map the D-pad to your left stick. No mods besides graphics mods. Oh. Well, I know there's a mod that actually, like, maps it to the analog touchscreen thing. Because D-pad on the left stick, that's not quite analog control, but it does feel nice. If I ever... You know, if I ever do a stream of Mario 64, I will absolutely use that mod for 64 DS and play that, because not enough people play that on stream. Like, yeah, I absolutely respect all the people that speedrun Mario 64, like Dudney and Ruby and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And there's a lot of skill involved, but 64 DS is just a weird game that feels like Nintendo doesn't acknowledge anymore. Wonderful. I want to play as Wario. Play as Wario in an actual platformer game. When's the last time that actually happened? Wario World? 3D platformer, I mean, specifically. Like, what's the last 3D platformer with Wario in it? I think it is Mario 64 DS. We're trying to learn speedrun tricks for 64 DS, forgot them all. Is there BLJ? Probably not, but it'd be funny. Like, what if there was BLJ, but also only with Wario?
Whoa, 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 Yahoo!
Oh no. I'm starting to wonder. What if Wario was in the Mario movie? Maybe Seth Rogen should have voiced him instead of Donkey Kong.
Well done, Brave Explorer.
Enemy base. Wait, what did I unlock? I unlocked a new galaxy within this observatory, right? You know what? There wasn't really much to do about it. There wasn't really much lead up to it. I think I'm just about done here. I said, ow, thank you. I said I was only gonna play till like 3 hours in. It's now 3:11. Thanks for the toss. Makes you want to play 64 DS. Separate hats. Yeah. That was a nice little way to be like, wow, that solves what Donkey Kong 64 had a problem with. Like, oh, you need Mario for this section, but you're using Yoshi? You know what? Here, rather than make you go all the way to the swap character room, yeah, just have a Mario hat. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. But they still had their own voice. Just play till 2:30. I mean... How many stars do we need to get to the first Bowser? And then it's just 30 minutes more to 4. Just keep going. Just never stop. Want to play Donkey Kong 64 again? If I ever stream it, I will absolutely use the mod that lets you switch at any time. Like, I cannot do that again. I played it as a kid. That's enough for me. I wasn't supposed to stream today. I gotta get stuff done. It feels like a short stream because I usually go longer than this now. But everybody, I think this is it. Gotta be responsible. I gotta be an adult for once in my gosh dang life. And that means I'm done with streaming for the next week or so. And it's gotta be a nice time. You'll see me over in Twitch. I have auto host on. I don't know if it's working because it always feels like it's broken. But if you catch my channel, it'll probably be hosting some friends that I definitely feel are worthy of watching in my absence. So you can catch that, and I will be there in chat to support them, for sure. I'll miss y'all in my stream break, but we'll be back soon. We'll be back soon, I think. Yeah, this is nice ending music. I should just end on this. But it is Friday night. Bop, 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 bop. No, okay, we'll make this the ending music because it's just so nice. Y'all, I'll be going on a little break. I've said this a million times already, but I gotta go. Let's see if there's any stream art, though, before I leave y'all hanging. But if you ever do have any, post it on the Discord or tweet it at me, and I'll put it up into the room, and we'll appreciate it at the end of every stream, just like this. Yeah. Fried egg. So, what does that mean for y'all? Like I said, I won't be streaming, but plenty of the games played by the people I host, I love them. I would definitely play them myself. So go check them out. And Farewell Parade is here. Everybody, if I don't see y'all again for a while, have a good one. Have a good parade. Have a good night. And if you haven't already, follow me on Twitch to catch me live next time I stream. Twitter and Discord will let you know when I come back. And if you miss me too much, there's always the YouTube channel. You can watch the games I played before, finished, maybe never finished. Just all in all, you know, I'll miss y'all. You're going to sleep, I will let ya. Have a good night. And stay clucky, everybody. I'll see ya. I'll see you around. New games when I'm back. Bye-bye. Good night. Ah!